Boom.
I'm just trying to see how to share the live.
Notification hit. What's happening, world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun, here at Where Media Meet Studios in conjunction with VJ TV Network, Pharaoh Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions. You know, we in here tonight, chilling. You know, we got a full house tonight. Let everybody introduce themselves, starting with my man behind me.
Yo, it's your boy Camouflage, man. We here this Friday. Thanks for joining us. We got a good show for y'all. Y'all just sit back, relax, man. Let your toes pop.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what it do, man? It's your boy Pharaoh, a.k.a. Pharaoh the Most. And I'm here to do that thing I do.
Peter,
Hey now, it's that girl Olivia. What's going on, y'all? We're talking about the biz and so much more.
And I'm 9A Twine, live and direct.
Thank you all. Tell everybody where they can find y'all at on social media.
You can find me at That Girl Olivia on Instagram. I am That Girl Olivia _CA because I'm from Cali, baby. And you can find me on Facebook at Olivia Shield or That Girl Olivia, as well as BizMat.
And I'm on Instagram, A+510. And all my music is under 9A Twine, 98TWAN.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And when we gonna get another slapper with you and Tony Macaroni?
Oh, yeah, man. We had the mixtape we dropped.
Mm-hmm.
My guy, Tony. I'll be tapping in with him. He be driving the trucks. Doing his thing.
Not to put him on blast, but he got that endo for you too.
No,
Connect with me later. We're gonna make it happen.
We're going to talk about it.
Big 9A.
What's happening? Hold on. I need to correct something on here.
Yeah, bro, I'm right
You're going to double glass it then. It's a tradition.
here. I
Okay.
want
So,
to do the cheers.
Yeah, let's do the,
Oh,
do the
yes,
toast
yes.
before we start. You know? Oh, my bad. Cheers. Happy Friday. You know? May everybody's
And y'all just wait. Soon as this kick in,
it's gonna kick in. May everybody's bank accounts magnify tenfold, prosper, continue success and blessings. You know, we finna get it in tonight.
Know it.
hey, you put up a meme the other day, man. It had me laughing, man.
That's
Had
what I
me
do.
laughing about 2 days, man.
That's what I do, you know, man. That's me, the mean guy. Hey, I'm a mean guy. So it's been an interesting week, as always. You know,
Yes,
there's
indeed.
been a lot of shit going on as always.
Man, gas prices.
Gas got motherfuckers ready. I'm ordering me a motherfucking flying carpet. They come out with flying carpets, I'm be the first motherfucker out with one. My shit gonna be made of Velcro, so I can pull your chick when I swing by. Like, hold on! Nah, I'm just joking.
Hey,
But
but I want y'all to be fooled. This is my don't be fooled. This is my normal thing. I want to qualify it why I'm not no Democrat like that, right?
Oh,
But the people that run the oil industry and stuff, most of them out of Texas, they hardcore Republicans, and they made record profits last year. So this sudden spike in gas
it's
prices
greed.
and stuff like that they saying
Greed.
people I see my brothers and sisters
Greed.
on Facebook talking about, man, Ty Biden, oh man, we need Trump back in there. These is Trump people's gouging you.
Thank you.
And Biden, they got no control over it. There's no reason for them. The gas hadn't even stopped flowing. And they got reserves, and suddenly they damn near doubled the price on you. That's somebody taking advantage of the situation. That it had nothing to do. So Trump wouldn't have saved you or none of that. It's basically
a distraction.
exactly.
It's a distraction. They just want to distract us. Just the same way that they did with the pandemic. You know, just the same way that they did with all the other stuff. It's a distraction. They don't want us to see what they're really doing. Why do you think all those big top companies, they decided those CEOs quit all of a sudden when the pandemic happened? Because they found out their money was being stolen. So therefore they had to come up with something really quick for a reason for us to get money again. Like, it's a distraction. And we're so stupid and we're paying attention to the gas thing. We need to pay attention to what's getting ready to happen for real. But nobody's actually doing that.
What happened was the gas people saw how Big Pharma got in and they was like,
My turn.
hold my. It's like hold my beer.
And
My turn.
And basically, a few Ukrainians had to die. But if you don't think that these folks ain't all in it together at the top, and people like, oh, he might nuclear bomb. Blood trying to enjoy his billions. He ain't trying to go out like that.
You know they're in it together when Lindsey Graham, he's a state senator, like how he can set an assassination on another world leader. Like you can't call an assassination on another world leader and nobody says nothing or does nothing about
Unless
it.
you know there's not going to be any repercussions.
Exactly.
It's all.
See, they way too comfortable. It's literally, it's almost like a theater. We watching a stage play. Just that at some point we got to be like,
They got us.
okay, man, y'all, all right, blood, you playing, man. We see it, man.
You know what I be thinking though? Like, why is gas prices higher in California more than anywhere else? I looked at all the states. California shit at like $5.50.
About half of
Everywhere
our gas.
else, it's like $4.50.
Well, half our gas is tax.
Why though? Like, how
environmental shit.
I feel like they just trying to squeeze the money out of us at this point. Like they trying to get us to leave.
Well, they
They
got the
don't want
budget.
us out here. They
But-
want to go move
But
somewhere
they got
else
the
where it's
budget,
cheaper.
right? They got the budget, right? And you got these massive corporations that don't pay no taxes, so they got to balance it somewhere. So they put taxes on liquor, cigarettes, gas, stuff
So
that
how
the
you
regular
got
people
states that
use.
don't got taxes then? What do they do?
You pay higher insurance, higher property taxes.
But
They
got
they get theirs.
But I feel like California is winning.
the best state.
Rent and gas right now is
But they
outrageous.
But you guys make the most money too, though.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Look
this
at-
is
look at
things
where we
they
at.
put together in the 90s. See, this is long. That's why it's so hard to beat these crackers. They're not unbeatable.
Cali got the three W's:
but
woman,
they-
weed, and weather.
They almost a generation ahead in this game they running.
Yeah.
The shit they did
sure.
in 92
For sure. They got us
is
beat.
now we see it in and we be like,
gotta
oh,
beat.
we got to wake up, we got to stop. These niggas have them a 30-year head start on us.
Motherfuckers.
But y'all
Been
both had
peppered.
good points because, like, yeah, it's
Mike
more
Chambers.
expensive. It's more expensive
Chambers
here for
Washington.
sure.
It's
But
hella
then,
expensive. Way
you know what I'm saying? They
more
charging
expensive.
us more, but it costs
Way
the same amount to ship the gas here as it does to
Exactly.
the bottom of
What's
Florida.
a lot of taxes
You know
on
what
the
I'm
gas
saying?
here?
But
That they
damn,
say
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
to
no,
some
you're
programs.
You're right, but I'm saying, but
Why they not
to
taxing
his
everywhere
point
else?
though, I'm watching the news last
Well,
night,
they
and they
give
like,
people
oh
benefits
yeah,
and stuff out
you
places
know,
like
the
we
gas
do here.
prices gonna go to $5 a gallon, and I'm like, nigga, we been at $5 a gallon.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we been at like
In San
we
Francisco,
going
they
to-
saying
$6.
$6,
Yeah, I heard
$6.50.
$7. Somebody
Yeah.
told me they paid $7 in San Francisco
That's
yesterday.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Well, I went to LA last weekend, and on some of the off of I-5, which is always high, it was $6.99 in one spot. So I got me a gallon because I was 15 miles to empty, but the
gotta
next
make
gas
decisions.
was 36 miles. So what I said, fuck it, I got me a gallon. That got me up to 40 miles on my range, and I made it to the more reputable station that was like 510.
Real people call you to come somewhere now, you really got to think about it. Like, man, do I really want to go?
Right. What's the benefits of it?
You want me to drive there? You gonna come get me or something? Like, okay, I drive. It got to be important.
Remember the old saying, "You got gas money"? Hey, that shit means something for real now.
Hey, that used to be the baller thing. Oh, it's nothing, man. Come on and ride. Now it's like, nah, for real, blood. Do you got gas money?
Hey, for real. You seen the post I did the other day? I was like, motherfuckers at the gas station. Females gonna be at the gas station to see who full up, and they gonna be like, "Hey, he filling up. How you doing?" Hey, they gonna start choosing. Stay woke, kings. Same with the females, vice versa.
And beware of that
Niggas
shit.
gonna be sitting
Hey.
there like, "Hey, she filled up all the way. How you doing, man?"
Hey, beware of that chick that pulls up after you to the pump. And don't leave your receight in that motherfucker.
Oh.
She gonna look like, I wonder how much he just put in there. One on one? One gallon on one? What the? That's still
I bought a car
$5,
last
$10,
night,
you know what I mean?
and they was as we was kind of close. They said, "Oh, we're gonna throw in the full tank of gas." Man, I didn't hear nothing else. Dude said, "I said, come on, give me the papers."
That's
Man.
right. Like, come on, exactly. Everything. Gas is expensive. Everything's expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting out there on full right now, but this will probably be the last time I'm on full for a long time.
I'm spending 120, 130 in the
okay,
Black
good.
Rhino.
I'm filling up now because I'm scared about tomorrow. Shit,
Yeah,
I never
imagine how it's
filled
gonna
up.
be summer.
I used to-
Summertime is gonna be
Summer
like
gonna be
$8,
$9,
bro.
You got to get a bicycle.
I'm
But
on
remember
that
back in the
Bicycle
day,
or
hey,
skateboard.
Hey, what's up, Ram?
Back in the days when I used to drive a bucket, I would never fill it up because I wouldn't hate for it to break down.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
full of
Yeah.
my gas. I'm gonna go back to that mentality. I ain't
No,
filling
no,
this,
no.
even though it's brand new. I ain't filling it up just in case something happens because I'm gonna siphon my gas back out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the gas is crazy. It's
Ram.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I saw that Ram. The Ram.
Hey,
Ram,
hey, yeah, Ram.
Uh,
They rationed it.
Hey, mine like one of mine. You know, some cards they stop at 100.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I ain't full.
I gotta type in.
I ain't done. I gotta do this shit again.
Man, I got like 3 cars, man. I gotta put gas in one of them, and then I'm like, man, I gotta put gas in the next one.
Hey,
I'm gonna leave my third one on empty. Fuck
siphon the
that.
gas out of one, put it in the other. Be like, fuck this. This motherfucking 60 gallons gonna last. We're gonna have to split this shit. We're gonna have to split
real.
this shit.
Hey, I was watching the news this morning. Somebody had hit a gas station and stole hella gas.
Hey.
That was on crime. They had propped
That's
the
gonna be a
thing
new
open,
crime
and
for
they
real.
had literally stole like a couple thousand gallons.
They gonna start
That's what I
siphoning.
mean.
You
Hey,
have
I'm
to
for
put a
real.
lock on your gas tank.
Like to me, I seen it. Hey, motherfuckers is somebody. Hey, if you see a motherfucker got a ring around the mouth, a motherfucker siphoning gas.
Hey, when I was a youngster, the
Punch
dope
that
fiends
nigga in
used
his
to keep
throat.
a little cut off water hose, and they really used to siphon.
Motherfuckers out
Back
there.
to that.
Yeah, I can never be a dude that siphon gas. That's just. I'm sorry.
I'm getting ready. to
I break my bananas. when I
$9
eat
a tank. I'm gonna have gallons in a milk jug. Hey, give me
as a
$4.
as a man, I can't siphon gas. I break my bananas when I eat them.
But
You'll get that at 3 in the
But-
morning. But I'm just saying, it ain't. I can't do it. I'll
But-
never be one of them.
there's
niggas.
somebody in front of the Brookfield gas station right now for $5 that'll handle that for you. Cheers to OG Reg.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Get you,
man.
hey, like Ram said, get you one of them gas caps with the key and lock. Hell yeah, definitely. I bet you that I would make a surcharge on them right now. That business will probably be sparkling right now.
Everything's going up.
Or the keypad, whatever. You ain't or had a car where the you can only open the gas thing from the inside of the car with the car turned on. But actually, to bring some wisdom to this, as we always do. This is also the push to get everybody towards electric.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
California's the first one's gonna go electric. Because we like
Because-
the state that's always doing the first things first. You know, they want to be harder on us, but
As long as these motherfuckers is
Edibles, what's happening?
producing some of the fastest
Hey.
cars, they gonna have me really going electric. Really,
Yeah,
the fastest
sure.
cars right now is electric.
But
for
just
real.
think about it.
I'm cool
Ain't no
on
high
electric,
speed in
though.
electric.
I'm cool on electric
No, you
though.
ain't doing
Minority
it.
report.
You can't do the 40-minute
mean-
pull over and charge.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
I mean,
what's
like,
stopping
damn,
me
what
right
you gonna
now.
do?
Right, that's how long
Because I mean, damn near
uh,
2-3 times a month I drive to LA,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and
Electric, yeah, they ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that ain't gonna
electric cars is not gonna make
That
it
ain't gonna
coast to
work for
coast, so
you.
it's still not gonna work.
We better tell them hurry up with
Think
that
so?
bullet train. Newsom,
Hey, what
hurry up with the
happened with
motherfucking
that,
bullet
though?
train.
that shit was Jaws.
Nah, they gonna do that
put that
shit.
I ain't
together.
heard
LA
nothing
getting
else
our
about
water.
it
They
since
gonna
started
they
doing
need that
put
bullet
that
train.
together.
shit.
Bicycles, everybody gonna be fit real soon.
Hey.
Plus the way they build
Hey,
shit,
I'ma
man,
be-
I
I'ma
don't
be
want
down
to
to
be
my
on a
high
train
school
going
weight,
300
okay?
miles an
Slim and
hour.
trim. They can be like, oh shit, with the salt and pepper beer. They can be like, oh look at this thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go from a keg to a 2-pack.
Right.
They can be like, oh,
Bicycling
Like,
and
yeah.
skateboarding.
Fuck
Gonna
that,
have
I
good
just go get
legs.
lipo.
oh,
Get lipo.
lipo. Keisha, what's
I
happening?
ain't got the. Hey, what's up, Keisha? She knows.
She's a long
I ain't
time.
got the drive to get in shape like that, man. Fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? I tried all that shit. I mean, one
You
day I
just
went
say, fuck it.
vegetarian, and I even put up a Facebook post and shit. Then that night I was eating a burger, and I said, "Oh shit, I forgot I'm vegetarian."
What?
No, because I'm like, I woke up that morning like I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna go vegetarian. I was on the internet all that morning. I went live on Facebook to announce it, and encourage people.
Yeah.
And then that night I was sitting down, and I had the young number, and I said, "Oh shit, I forgot I'm vegetarian." And then I'm gonna start again
Brother
tomorrow.
Alberti, what's
And I
happening?
haven't got back around to it. Tomorrow ain't came yet.
It's hard.
So Ram said by 2030, all vehicles will be electric, mandated by the state.
And Keisha says, "What happens if the grid gets hacked by China?"
Exactly. Electric, anything man-made can be hacked.
Facts.
Yeah,
Even the
but
Ruby
they
Stew.
can't mandate that because electric car can't make it coast to coast. Like they don't have enough stations right now, so that's not going to work out.
But here's the thing: if I have, and I'm just gonna be the government. This my devil's advocate role. Okay. I'm the government right now. I'm the big brother. If all I need to do is create scarcity or panic amongst y'all to push my will along, that's all I'm gonna keep doing.
Yeah, for sure.
I seen videos of some places gas is $9 a gallon. I remember. Here's the thing.
It's gonna go back to the old days, like the Tale of Two Cities. We're gonna be peasants. Only the people with money gonna be
the
able to have
3%. The 3%.
Cars.
Just like, remember, I grew up in the days when it was the bridge toll was $1. Now we're paying $7 to cross the bridge. When I was a kid, it was $1. So a whole week is each time now.
Yeah.
But we used to it. It's just like you get a pot, right? If I got a pot of water and it's boiling, and I put a bullfrog in the pot of boiling water, he gonna jump right out. But if I put the pot there on the stove and put the bullfrog in the water while it's cold, and I turn the aisle on, he's cool. He's gonna sit there, and while the water gets hot, he's not jumping out until it's too late. And that's where we are.
But it's always gonna be people that's gonna adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like with Fast Track, they start putting Fast Track.
I had to get the shit because
they start running that. Stop paying for Fast Track. They gonna find a loophole for gas. They gonna find a way to steal some gas. But there's somebody right now in their kitchen trying to make some fake gas. They gonna find a way. Watch.
They pushing
I'm
everything.
about to get live.
What the
Oh, no,
hell?
I'm saying, wait,
That's why you pour your own poison.
I said, when? I'm like, okay, she ready to get hypey. Okay, the hypey movement about to take place. Take two sips of that and then give us your real opinion on shit.
That pretty motherfucker said, "Hey, beautiful."
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, thank you. No, I'm just joking.
Jonathan, what's happening?
What's happening? Hold on. I'm trying to. Keisha said, hold on. Let me go back up. Bingo, here we go. How will it affect our health too with so much electric? Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. When you look at electric, you got AC and DC. For you people that don't know, there's two different currents. You got alternating currents, which is AC, direct current, which is DC. Like you look at DC, you look at the cable cars and the buses, the Muni and Frisco that got the arms up. That's DC, direct current. And that and AC, two totally different type of current. DC will blow your fucking head off. Quick. Yeah. I work in the telecommunications industry. My normal 9 to 5 that pays me 6 figures. But I'm just telling you, it's two different things. So health wise, and then you have 5G, 6G, elemental P, all that shit. So get used to all your spaces getting invaded.
Yeah, you got when people put a phone to their head all day, they said
that's why I don't do Bluetooth. I don't
that wasn't good.
I don't do none of that shit. I talk to your ass on speakerphone in the fucking locker room.
I love my speakerphone.
And keep your phone in your hand more than in your pocket.
Keep your phone off your nuts. And ladies, keep your phone out your bra.
I was trying to have a polite way of saying that.
I'll just tell you like it is. Ladies, do not put your phone in your bra.
Wow.
Microwave. If it ain't popcorn, I don't want it.
Keep your phone in your hand as opposed to just tucking it in your pocket unless you have to.
Hand cancer than ball cancer.
Well, yeah, because I'll chop.
Hey, fuck that! I need to play PlayStation. Hey, I like to play PlayStation.
I'll chop that motherfucker off right here.
I don't want no more. Actually, I don't want no more kids. So actually, yeah. Let me put my phone in my pocket. Nah. Long as he rides. No.
Can folks chime in?
Yes, Keisha, we'll tell you if you're on
speakerphone. I will tell you if you don't have my phone, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll talk to you on speakerphone, but I never talk to you on the phone. But yeah, we good.
So Keisha keep me on speakerphone, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I stay on speakerphone.
Yeah. So, as we dabbled, as we on tonight, so let's get into
speaking of speakerphone.
Huh?
Speaking of speakerphone, the boy with them text messages.
I want to get on that after we
Oh, okay.
go into our lovely guests tonight, because we focusing on them. We're gonna go into all that speakerphone text message shit in a minute.
Okay.
Trying
Let's
to hear what
focus.
the guest got to say.
We're gonna focus on Olivia and my boy Twan.
Yeah,
So,
man.
what's happening with y'all?
Man, I'm just cooling, man. Another day at it. Been doing a lot of music. I got a lot of good music coming out. I've been shooting videos, trying to get like y'all. Do my first movie, man. Y'all inspired me, man.
Yeah.
I've been working
Come
hard.
on with
you
it,
know,
man.
Just learning all the steps to take. I've been managing. I got a few artists, man. Just kind of keep it positive.
I'm ready for some more heat.
Keep it pushing. Oh, yeah. Last year I really didn't drop as much music because I was really learning how to shoot videos. So when I do drop, I can shoot my own videos to drop my music faster. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be
Why
my
wait on
year.
somebody else?
Self-sufficiency is the
Yeah,
key.
for sure. I know how to record myself, make my own beats, shoot my own videos, got my own studio. So right now, ain't nothing holding me back. So I'm about to start just dropping a lot of
It's
music.
nice to have help, but
It's
man,
nice to have help, but if
but
you can do it for you,
man,
Yeah.
don't ever be reliant.
For
Yeah,
sure. I
ever.
got a team. I be teaching my youngsters and teaching everybody how to do it too. But right now, I can just do it all myself if I wanted to. This is
that's
cool.
what's up. Tell the
And that
people
makes
where
you
from.
unstoppable.
Oh, yeah, I'm from 9-8, East Oakland, California. Shout out Big 9-8. Shout out to all my niggas watching me.
Town
You
business,
know, East
building.
Oakland.
East Oakland.
Hey,
Gotta represent it.
Okay, well, hey now. I am that girl Olivia. I'm originally from California, so the Bay Area. I went to James Logan High School. So I left the Bay and went away to college for a little while.
And higher education.
Yes, hey,
Higher
what
education.
college did you go to?
Tuskegee. So HBCUs is my thing for sure.
HBCU.
And then I moved to LA and started my magazine for a while.
Is it true that Grambling is better?
No,
Just
no,
ask them.
not at all. Not at all.
The
Not
name
at
of your
all.
magazine? Tell
It's
us.
the business.
But I went
with
to
the-
Logan too, though, man.
Did you?
Yeah. Camouflage went to Logan.
Logan, man.
Camouflage went to Logan.
Yeah,
Logan, that's
yeah.
the best school in the whole entire Bay. I was definitely
It's
in
like
school.
7,000 kids there. Don't you get lost in the shuffle there?
You do. I think my graduating class was like 4,000 or something like that.
It's
Yeah.
like some wild numbers at Logan.
But we had everything. We had a 7-Eleven on campus. We had a McDonald's on campus, right? Taco Bell.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Logan.
Logan?
Logan got some shit.
Yeah.
No, Logan is a massive school.
Logan
I never knew that.
It might be one of the biggest schools in
My
the Bay
nephew went
Area.
to
It
Logan.
is one of the biggest. It is the biggest school in the Bay Area, and then you got
Damn.
Independence out there in San Jose. I think afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No, what
cool.
they did instead of having 3 high schools,
They
they
said,
just
"Fuck
said
it."
let's just have one and get all the money so we could have. You know what I mean? It's kind of smart
Because it is the only high school
It's
in
the
the
gambling
whole
shack.
Union City, right?
Yeah, but then everybody, I was an inter-school transfer, so I transferred in. I didn't live in Union City, but my mom, you want to
Where
go
you
to
lived in
school.
Milpitas?
We did live in Milpitas for a little
Oh,
while. I went
okay.
to Independence High.
I can tell
But we
you
lived-
come for money.
My mom said, "Act like it so you can get it." No.
She ain't lied.
So no, I in Hayward. So right there in Hayward, Oakland, Berkeley, like all those places. But yeah, the name of my magazine is The Business Magazine. We highlight music, fashion, health, and politics. This issue that you're looking at right here, that's our last issue that we just put out with DJ Ferris on the cover. The next issue comes out March 21st. We will be launching here in Oakland. So hopefully you guys can all come out and be a part of it. I'm really excited. The cover is one of Oakland's legends. So, and she's definitely going to come out and do a few performances
Who is
for
that?
us. I usually don't say it ahead of time. I make people come out, but Sugar T will be there.
Speak it into existence.
Yes. Well, she'll be there. Sugar T, she is the cover of
That's
this
fair.
issue. Yep. I did marketing
Big
for
up,
her a
Sugar.
long time ago when I was
Sugar T.
younger. And
Her
so
daughter
come-
made my face mask, my Cognac Confessionals mask.
Really?
Yeah.
Her daughter used to do my mom's hair.
Her
Like-
daughter is talented. Her daughter is talented.
Yeah, she is.
You should shout out to Nisha.
Yeah, she's extremely
That's right.
talented. But yeah,
Shout out
March
to
21st.
Cat Bobbino, HBCU banging in the
Yeah,
comments.
cat,
Okay.
cat just, cat, HBCUs. Yeah, you got it's education is a motherfucker.
And here's an important segue.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie is
The richest
black man in music?
Is a Tuskegee alumni,
And his daughter is too.
and he once said
His real
that the
daughter?
economics
She went there.
that he learned at Tuskegee is how he was able to apply to the music business, and why basically 20
He'll
years
never
after
be
his
broke.
career is over, he's still worth $50 million. But unlike those Forbes lists where they say this guy's worth $50 million and then you see him, their car getting declined, Lionel Richie still has one of the biggest houses in Beverly Hills. So you can actually see the wealth. Because they'll tell you this guy's worth this many million and this guy, and then you see somebody beating them up over $5,000. You know what I'm saying? They see him getting evicted from some shit like that. He'd be like, damn, Playboy, you supposed to be worth $30 million. How you getting evicted from an apartment? You know?
Shit, the shit was held up in the 401k.
And that's a tip to all my folks in the entertainment business. Make sure that you, like Lionel Richie, study economics.
Study your shit.
And make sure you study taxes and this and that. Also study things like what your royalty rates are supposed to be, what your points is, like how much you're supposed to get paid, how much you're supposed to pay in taxes, and how much you're supposed to put aside to save, so that way you won't sell a whole bunch of records and then go broke and be poor.
Exactly.
Be on the freeway selling singles for fucking 2 singles, Lucy Newports, and an Icy Hot.
It's hard for musicians, man.
It is. That's why they need the right people behind them that's going to support them.
They make it tough.
I manage I manage artists as well, and I direct music videos.
Lamar.
And then I also do radio too. So
Yeah, so you on radio because
You're hella versatile.
you gotta be.
She got her hand in many pots. Call her Miss Sister Gumbo.
Yeah.
Why haven't we seen you before?
Because you wasn't looking for me.
Okay.
How about that?
Somebody this talented?
Well, I moved, so I went to LA and I started the magazine there. Then I moved to Chicago. So I've been living in Chicago for the last
everybody in the shop.
4.5, 5 years now. So I relaunched the magazine in Chicago. And now it's time to bring it on home and launch it here in the Bay. But yeah, so I do radio in Chicago. I do 106.3 FM on Sunday nights with the Ownership Club. And then I do Monday through Friday, the morning jump off with Shy Blizz, 9 to 12. And then I do 107.3 from 2 to 6 Monday through Friday.
Which station is KG in
LA.
Chicago? In Chicago, it's KG something. Anyway,
So
they used to give us
Chicago,
a
you
lot
got
of love back then.
WGTI, and you got V103. You got that side of the town, and then you got our side. You got Power 92 and 106 and 102.
And you got that inflection. She said our side. So the other side, you heard that. I peeped that. I got that. So
we do it very well.
She
know what
said
side
on
we're
one
on.
side and she a BD on the other side.
Yeah, she like the other side. They smoke Black and Mild.
Speaking of Chicago,
This
man,
side we
what's going
smoke
on,
good
man, with
cigars.
that whole man, it's like every rapper that's coming out of Chicago is like some notorious cat. Like, man, look, like other than Kanye, everybody else is a mass killer. What's going on with
They
that?
really about
They're,
that
you
life
know
out
what?
there.
They really not though. I'm not. I love Chicago.
they
Okay.
really are.
Rest in peace to
I'm
King
not trying to
Von.
say that. I love Chicago and I love the people of Chicago. But when I look at I love them and I'm not knocking any of them. But they killing kids and they doing dumb stuff. I do have to respect home because at least out here, I don't think that our people are out here just picking up the gun, just killing, just to kill. Like in Chicago.
So if I kill for a reason, I'm good with you.
Yeah.
As long as I kill for a reason.
Better, at least.
Let's make it make sense.
All right, so if I let that thing blow, as long as I can
No
get it.
kids, no elderly,
All right, edibles,
no
I got
women.
Hey, I went to Chicago once with a group and DJ Pam the Function. We went to Chicago
rest in
once,
peace to Pam.
and then we decided that Cabrini Green was still up at that time. It's tore down now. But we decided that because that was the opening of the Good Times, we was going to go take a picture in front of it. So we pull up in the van.
I know this
we get
story.
out to take a picture. Everybody starts running. We're like, fuck wrong with these niggas?
I know, but
Finally,
it's
one
sad that
dude
everybody
came-
only thinks about the killing of Chicago. There are some really great people and some really great.
Well, one
things
dude
going
came
on
and
out
said,
there.
"Who is y'all?" And we was like, "We
I'm
from
not
Cali."
talk about the bad part of Chicago.
And dude said,
people
"Hey
think
man,
about-
it's just some dummies from California." It was like, because they knew every car that came into the hood. When we came in this strange van and hopped out taking pictures, niggas didn't know what to do, so they cut. But then they came back like, okay,
Just another day.
Oh, y'all from Oakland?
Quick.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Y'all brave as fuck or y'all stupid. I don't know what it is. And then everybody posed for pictures with us. Rest in peace to Pam. That was just
Rest
a
in
great
peace to
adventure we
Pam.
had in Chicago
So,
where we almost died.
what got you into the radio venture?
I used to DJ when I lived in LA, and I really liked that. When I moved to Chicago, I ended up going to Illinois Media School. And I really started going to Illinois Media School because I wanted to learn more about what I needed to do to get my magazine out there. Because, Chicago is where Jet started, Ebony, like all of those
Publishing.
big ones. So I wanted to learn that. But what happened was I ended up having teachers like Shy Blizz and Stone Pony, like radio legends that became my teacher. And then they started listening to me. They was like, you should be So within a month of going to school, I had my first radio show on Windy City Underground, and then probably within 3 months of going to school, I was interning on Power 92.3, and like my radio career kind of just like took off.
So in that Kanye documentary, you on there?
I wish that would be everything, right?
Did you ever meet him in his development stages?
No, I would. It's coming. It's coming, right?
So when did you start the radio?
3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, about 3 years. The magazine is 2010.
So you
Then
11. I'm 12. Excuse me. I was 12. Hey, I went to East Oakland Public Schools. So
Okay.
I still know how to count, and I can eyeball a quota.
Okay.
No comment.
Well, he knows what he learned. Yeah. So 2010 the magazine started. Radio about 3 years now.
Okay.
You know, honestly, like. My voice just made it happen, I guess. I don't know. And I'm a great line
She's so
toter.
humble.
Seriously, I don't know. Chicago is number 3
Niggas
in
heard
the
my
world.
voice and was like, man, you got to get on the radio. They told me I should be on radio too, but they said I had a face made for radio.
Can't even see you on radio.
You get the joke.
Yeah. He's dissing himself. So in radio, of course, you get the artists. You got a lineup or just a plethora of people tugging at you, probably with the hey, hear this and that. Because now I've been to Chicago 2-3 times in my life. Beautiful city. The taste is the shit.
Yes, it is.
If you ever,
But they just changed it. They are now going to take the taste and do it block by block. They're not going to do like the whole big old thing. They're literally going to just like go through the blocks and stuff. It's kind of weird because of the whole COVID thing.
I can understand that, but
What's the taste? I haven't been to Chicago.
It's like the biggest food festival
fest.
you will ever.
Hey,
Chicago got
Okay.
some good food.
Chicago.
Yeah, I've never been. I need to try that.
Yes.
I'm glad Chicago finally woke up.
I love.
When I went there first
I
time
love
in the
every
90s,
city I've been to.
they didn't even
in my
listen to rap.
travels.
Chicago was like on some house music stuff.
They still like house music.
Yeah, they ain't even listen
Nothing
to
wrong with
rap.
house music.
But
There's
their
a
house
reason why a
music
lot
is
of rappers
different
that
than how
come
we think
out-
of house music.
Yeah, it's not that come into my house with Vogue. No, it's more. Think Crucial Conflict and a lot of them started as house groups. If y'all OGs, y'all remember Crucial
Hey, in
Conflict.
the middle of the barn. That shit. We wasn't smoking hay in Cali, where I was at, where I was eyeballing them quotas. and them zips. We were eyeballing it. It wasn't hay. It was like green, East 19th. You know what it is. You know who I am.
I know, over there on 71st, man. Over there on 71st, boy, they had cars lined up, man, to get that backyard
And
boogie.
we didn't have no Nade either. We had LG.
Like green.
Yeah,
I agree.
but
Life's good.
what is your opinion of, and both of y'all answer this question for me. What is your opinion of today's music scene?
It's worthless. No, I'm just kidding.
Get off my lawn.
I mean,
Music.
I think that the music has definitely changed. It doesn't have any substance anymore. People could just put out whatever they want. Just as
Lack
long
of
as they got-
substance is the substance.
No, but it's horrible. They don't even have like. None of the music even makes sense. They don't even have to really work hard. Like they could just scream and scratch a dog and hit a fork and hit a pot in a pan, and now they got a song and it's out, and now they did it. You know?
It's the media's
like
fault.
there's no real work have to be put into music now. I don't think you know.
It's the radio
but
DJ's
there are
fault.
still some good artists that are out there that are trying to still put in work. But the ones that come on now, I think the city girls. Hey, you guys are great, but at the end of the day, what? Like,
Yeah,
No, it's just been a transition. It's just been a transition.
ass sex sells, because when crack don't sell. But I'm just speaking facts. But yeah, I like substance personally. I like bars.
Yeah.
Man, Antoine got bars.
There's a difference though. Back in our days, there was like for instance, people don't remember when KML didn't play rap. When there nobody played rap.
we had to listen to K-Poo.
And whenever artists spoke, it was like in a Rolling Stone or Vibe or something like that. And that was the only time that you really even got to hear artists. That's why a lot of artists who was really corny niggas back in the days and they getting exposed now, like OG going outside. No, that nigga was always corny, but you didn't have the the media and the access to them. Well, now that you have more access to an artist, it's more about the artist's life story. Like I go in places like Boxton and college, and I knew more about King Von's life struggle, or of this particular artist or a Drake, like their life struggles. Yeah. But I couldn't even. And I know because I'm an older dude, I couldn't even recognize none of their music, but I still read about their life, their turmoil, and this and that. So since artists can express themselves directly to the people no more, they don't have to do it through the music. So you don't have to make these great magnum opus albums to speak to your people, because you're speaking to your people through the Instagram every day. So now you can just make fun music. Okay. So yeah, the music is frivolous, but there's a reason for that. Okay. Not that the artist is bad.
Same question to you. As an artist, producer, what is your opinion of today's music? Just in a nutshell.
Listen, I feel a lot of different ways about today's music, but mostly it's like a popularity contest. To where the popularest person, they blow up the fastest. They got the most friends. They the one in school that's looked up to. So what it comes with, especially with the youth, is all the kids want to be that one person. So they look up like, oh, he's the one that has all the girls or all the nice clothes. Yeah. He's the one that, he's popular. We want to be like him. So right now it's a trend, like whatever he does, we're going to do. If he raps about some, killing people and some non-substance, I want to rap like that too, because he's talking to the girl I want to talk to, or he's living that life I want to live. So it just kind of turned to a popularity contest. But also, it's hard for musicians nowadays too, though. People don't really want to acknowledge how hard it is. Like I know musicians that
you think it's harder.
Yeah, I know, because it's a money pit.
True artists,
it's a money pit. Harder. You know what I mean? You think you could just do a song and just blow up, it ain't gonna happen. Even though your song is not substance and his song ain't substance, people still listen to your song. You know what I'm saying? It's just so easy to listen to music. You can go to YouTube and type in any words you want and the song gonna pop up. And you can listen to it, but you're not.
I think
it's much harder.
It's, what I'll say is, in my humble opinion, as back in my day, it was harder to be heard. You had to grind. Exactly. Really grind. Yeah. Like I was out there eyeballing them quotas. You had to grind.
Yeah, you had to put in real work.
I flip burgers at McDonald's, and then I go eyeball them quotas, and then I gotta hit the studio, and then I gotta go hand out CDs or tapes, and then because I come from an era before you had Intermittent Records. You had Tandem Records. You had so many record labels that was in the Bay Area then.
Now all we got is Empire. That's all we have.
There's a but to what you're saying.
Right. Now, I think it's easier to get on with the views because.
But artists are lazy now. They expect that they're gonna get. They just started last week, and they want to run around talking about I'm not performing no more unless I get paid. Who are you?
It's always
no.
Well, I know
as a person that was at the 92
Johnson was having. I
92
appreciate
music
you tuning
seminar.
in, man. Thank you, fam.
I feel like they worked harder back then.
Y'all see that scene in Straight Outta Compton where Ice Cube beat up Above the Law? That was supposed to be Above the Law when he was coming down on the new music seminar. I was actually there. Ice Cube got mopped. It was a bloody mess. You know what I'm saying? And if you do the math, we talking 30 years. Let me tell you something. It was harder due to the regard of when we did our first music at High Street Studio over in San Francisco. It was $80 an hour, and you had to do an 8-hour block, and it'd be 8 hours for vocals, 8 hours for strings. So one song would be
it's very expensive nowadays.
But here's the but.
And I'm gonna give him some history for the people that don't know. Y'all familiar with the coup? Manager.
But we had two or three deals though.
Right, and
some
several
other
artists
too. But here goes the thing.
We got history.
But if you did the grind, like go out at 3 a.m, do the week pace. Yes. If you did the grind, if you could scrounge up the money to get into the studio, and you then did the grind, you would actually blow in the town.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you would blow nationwide, but if you really did the grind, you would blow.
Yeah,
An artist
Jack the
today,
Rapper.
even if they do the grind, it's so much out there that it's not a for sure win. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in my era, if you really did buckle down and put that grind in, you was gonna have some level of success.
And then you had events like Jack the Rapper.
You ain't got no guarantee of no
Remember in
success.
Fresco,
now.
they had
But
the
nowadays
Gavin.
you do, because now you got all those open mic. I mean, artists, it depends on the type of success you're looking for.
This
because
cats
they
now
can-
been grinding for 10 years and
Sure.
grinding and
But
putting
they
in
have- that's
sincere
their type of
effort and
success.
never blow even locally.
And then it's very expensive too, though, because you
gotta
gotta
put that-
pay the blogs,
you
you
can
gotta
put that
pay
work
the
in back
mixing,
in
you
our
gotta
day and
pay the
win with
beats,
my
you gotta
damn
pay the engineer, you gotta
I
pay
don't
the
know if I can
cameraman.
Yes, I am.
You really got expensive gas
this
prices.
nowadays,
Right.
you gotta
You know what I'm
have
saying?
well,
Let's get it.
Thank you,
But
Biden.
Yeah, now you have to have a lot of money, but at the end of the day, now
It-
there's
it's
so
like-
many different places. You don't have to pass out flyers. You don't have to
Well,
sell
hey, that's
CDs out
Shy
your
Bliss.
show. You don't have. Yeah, that's
I
my
came
co-host.
from that era
Hey, Shy Bliss.
But look,
to where we had to roll in, and I'm super.
They don't know
duper
nothing about no
retired.
808. They just know the
I
sample.
did,
They
yeah,
don't
you
know.
know
They
what I'm
don't know
saying?
nothing about that.
I've been rolling 808. We had that, and we used to make beats. I come from the bathroom with the in the
beatboxing.
bathroom
4-track recorders.
on the
bag
wall and
rapping when
shit.
we started bars. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I have a love-hate relationship with the music industry now because the artists are now even fucked more. But what I will say, the opportunities are easier nowadays than back in the day.
If
Right.
you got paper behind you, or like he said, if you
Because
got some
now you
popular
can
cosign.
like you said, you can buy likes and shit to get your
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah, but
and all it takes is
money.
2-3 people, notable people, to be like retweet your shit. And I've been rapping since I was in junior high.
Well, in
Roosevelt.
my day, you could grind.
Yeah,
You could grind
grind.
and actually win. Nowadays, you got to have a gang of paper and a popular cosign.
Yeah,
And it don't matter
and
how
you
hard
win.
you work.
And
If
in
you
reality,
don't got
it's like,
that,
it's
you
hard to
ain't
get
winning.
money. It's hard to just spend all this money on music and just you got kids you gotta
like-
take care of and rent due, and they want you to spend thousands on music. It's just not realistic.
Like a radio promoter will pay. I seen one cat. He went and gave a particular radio promoter here in the Bay $8,000, and then that particular radio promoter got him a couple spins on some late night mixtape, and he was ready to go put a bullet in dude. And I was like, "No, that's just how the game go." But he was like, "Man, I
hard,
took
bro.
penitentiary chances
All I
for
get
that
that money.
$8,000, and he got 2 spins for it." You know what I'm saying? And he got in the
Cold
mix
game.
on them spins.
Cold game.
And it's
You
like
know,
it's
so
a
it's
different
cold.
era with this shit though. It's kind of like the hoop, like how people like try to compare like Jordan to like Kobe and different. Like it's a whole different era
True.
with the music shit because at one point like you could be like just being able to record in a studio. Put you because you
big
was a
shit.
baller because
Right.
you had to buy the cassettes, you had to buy the reels, you had to buy
Anybody
whatever you
can
had
do
to
it
buy.
now.
I'ma
You
say
can
something.
do a
It was
studio
just
in
like,
your house, in
damn,
your
like this
bathroom.
nigga really actually made a fucking song.
I'ma
Like it
give
was
you
a
something
point to
old
where
school.
like just making a song.
That's what I
really
mean by
put
the
you on.
grind. Like,
I'ma
you
say
just
something for
did
y'all.
it
Yeah.
and was out there putting up your posters. People was
And
impressed.
now it's about
I'ma
like,
say something
yo,
that-
social media and shit like that, and like niggas is really
Remember-
blowing up
remember
off
the
of
Dat
like
tape?
30-second songs.
The
You
Dat
remember?
tapes?
Hold on, look. You remember when songs? I remember when Too Short.
I remember using
several different
Super
artists
VHS
would
when we
make
didn't have
songs
that.
that was
Yeah.
10
We
minutes
had that.
long, 5
Yes.
minutes long.
Exactly.
Now
Now
motherfuckers
songs
is
is
blowing
3
up off
minutes.
30 seconds.
One-minute
No, they
songs.
blowing up off one verse now.
Yeah.
On the
a
TikTok.
minute,
1
yeah.
minute 30 and they
But I'm
good.
saying, but that's all because these
It was
kids now,
harder.
they attention span
It's
is
short.
It's short.
that's why-
nigga, if you rapping for 2 minutes, that's a minute too long right now.
But
I
that
don't
goes
have
back
time
to
for that shit. I coulda listened to another nigga
it's
by
also,
now.
but that goes back to when y'all say the music is more frivolous. Well, the audience won't take no deep shit. They want
Yeah.
that 30-second
Right.
nigga say something.
And that's
bad
social
like
engineering.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's social engineering because that's just like when you got these TikToks, these reels, these whatever. They give you a limited time to where you make these videos and whatnot because the endorphins or whatnot that spike when you watch these, it's scientific fact proven. And you know, I never tell you opinion, I tell you facts. So
But it's easier to make money nowadays on all of the different
True.
things. You can make money even if
Artists-
you don't blow up. You
artists
still
don't
can
have
make
to-
a lot of money.
Right.
Each individual artist
if
can
you're
make
in
a
a
lot. You
360
don't.
deal?
It doesn't. Well,
'Cause
you
that's
shouldn't
just
be
somebody
getting right
dumb
now.
enough
Artists
to
is not
sign one.
exactly. You shouldn't be getting no deals at
But
all.
I
right
feel
now.
like with
But you
music,
can make money.
independent.
Easy. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of these ones. All you got to do is connect it to some type of e-commerce and you're making
It
money.
ain't that easy.
You
though.
can have a
Yes, it
million
is.
These
views.
artists
Look at
is
it
getting
like this.
t-shirts and then all of a sudden they put their name on and now they selling a bunch of shirts and now they selling a bunch of hats and then they not even really doing their music no more because they're selling this other stuff. Like, it's easy for artists to come up now.
But
It's
you
just
still
if
gotta
they
be
still
good
wanna
at
work.
it though.
No, I
They
feel
don't
like,
gotta be good no more.
I feel like the way they got it now is
Don't
like
leave with your whole
a
presentation.
lot of the artists that
Yeah.
got famous recently did like certain dramatic stuff to get famous.
You talking about like Lil Nas X with the pregnancy thingy?
It's like, yeah, you got they had a rapper called N.W. Melly or something. He had
Oh,
shot some people,
I like that
got
song
famous,
too.
blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of rappers, they get on nowadays from
Doing
shooting people or you get funking
And-
with people or you look at Mozzie. He's a great musician. I'm not taking
shout
that
out
from
to the
him.
homie.
I love
But-
his music.
He kind of got on from
The funk.
funking. They killed a lot of people in Sacramento
That Oak
behind
Park
his
thing.
his music. So somebody like me, I'm not with killing people and gang banging. It takes me longer. You know what I'm saying? I don't did music for a long time, spent a lot of money on it.
We've been
But
rocking for a minute, bro.
but since I'm not gang banging, shooting people, doing all this stuff, it's like nowadays they kind of push that out there. Like you had a rapper called Tayway. He robbed somebody, shot him, and made a song about he did the race. Like I shot him, I ran off. He got famous from the song, but right after the song he went to prison. And now he's about to be in prison for the rest of his life. So he had his 15 minutes of fame. So it was like, if you're not out topping that, people really don't want to listen
Shock
to your
value.
music. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is that recently I got on TikTok just to see what was going on, and there was this one particular thing that was on hella TikToks, and I really liked it, where such and such got shot. Ram got shot, so and so. Where's Corbin?
Yeah.
So and
I saw that.
every people was making it. Old white people was making videos to it.
That's how the music sound nowadays.
So but it was so catchy to me, and I thought it was so funny because it'd be people reaction. And then I went on YouTube to look up the actual song, and I saw that there was news stories where these was actual murders. And the artist's name was Julio Fulio.
Yeah,
And
he
these was
rapping about
actual
real
murders that
Excuse me,
he
I'm sorry.
had did, and it was in retaliation to this other crew that made a song called "When I See You," and they was talking about people on his team that they had murdered,
Exactly.
and then they had some of the mothers.
That's the
Like if you look on the
We
YouTube
would never
video,
make them
the
type of
mothers
songs.
was there saying,
Exactly. Like so, it's like
Talking
if
about
you
making
making
fun of my
music
son's
like that,
death.
they'll be like, "Wow, we'll see that." But if you just making some music that's regular music, they really don't want to hear
which I
that.
thought it was some catchy. I thought it was just some catchy shit.
You thought
and
it was
then,
a joke.
yeah.
and then I found,
No
and then I
joke.
went and did the research and found
Black
out that,
Crib,
that
what's
these
good,
was
bro?
actual murders, and I felt
That's
like as an
snitching.
enlightened
Snitching on
person,
yourself.
I felt horrible that I'm sitting here trying, and even
Entertain-
sharing it to other
entertain-
people like, "Hey, check this out. This is funny."
Hey.
And then I find out that 5
Yeah.
or 6 young black men
I give you a
murdered
meal
over this.
because here's the thing: I give you a meal, right? And you hungry as fuck. You don't know what I'm
Jay
feeding
Robinson.
you. I'm just feeding you a meal. You're like, man, this shit good as fuck. It's good. So I just keep feeding you. A year later, I tell you, oh, that was some dead corpse. I fed you. But you, the whole time, you're like, this shit good.
It's like
Hey, I put some hot sauce on it, some sriracha. I season that shit good because shut up and eat is the shit. You know I cook. But I'm just saying. But that's the entertainment industry right now because I'm feeding you this, and you because it's good because people's unfortunately societies we live in a microwave popcorn society,
Yep.
which I've stated several times, and people have the attention span of a gnat's ass. That's why you got these social media platforms that give you 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute of put your content on and you can have 1 million views because I want you to only recollect something for that time span. I only want to trigger them endorphins for that time span because as long as I get you in that repetitive cycle, and I'm giving y'all something that y'all get at 3 in the morning. This is one of them isms right now. I'm giving you some real shit. Peep it. If I put you in the repetitive cycle to always
short video.
crave that short attention span of attention, of endorphins, of excitement,
You don't want nothing long.
past that flows behind you. So if I sit here for 8 minutes telling you the ism,
Can't pay attention.
you ain't gonna listen to me. You'll get that at 3 in the morning. I'm just saying, I study. I know some shit. You know what I'm saying? I make 7 figures. I'm just telling you some shit right now.
That makes sense.
I'm just saying.
That's why I feel
That's
like
the world we live in.
the music game is tough.
How do you feel artists can combat that?
Fuck the system. Always. Because and here's the thing. I'm not gonna go on my own tangent with it, but I look at what happens is just in a broad scale. One, the age limitation that we put on artists is bullshit when it comes to hip hop. In its purest form.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. If somebody's upperclassman is rapping, they're you out the pasture. You don't know.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
No.
Ism, game, knowledge is you can be 2 years old and have some real ism about yourself. You can be 70 and you should be
Having a lot of ism about yourself.
and giving it to the mouth to ear. But our culture, in its bastardized state that it's in, puts limits on people,
Yeah.
on us. So if you 30, 31, rapping, or whatever, it's, this nigga old. This nigga, I'm 47. I got more lines than motherfucking elementary school paper.
For real. Hey, that's very true though. Like if you old rapper, they give you a hard time. But that just kind of comes from that like
Nigga, go sell life insurance or something. Go do, nigga. Why you trying to?
So,
Let me piggyback on
Go
that.
for it.
I had somebody tell me that because Jay-Z was touring at the age of 50, he ain't really got no paper like that because who's going to be 50? Like, that was basically he was broke. And I said, look, Elton John and the Rolling Stones is damn near 80. And you going to say
motherfuckers
that Elton
100.
John ain't worth $1 billion? The Rolling Stones ain't worth $1 billion? And them dudes is like 78, 79. Paul McCartney is 80. And he been getting money since Michael Jackson days.
The girl is
And
mine.
them dudes
Hey,
go on
she really
a
is.
tour. So I'm like, so basically what you're really saying is that since Jay-Z is 50, he need to go sit down and let somebody else shine. But these rock and roll dudes is damn near
Tour
30
forever.
years
They
older
can
than
keep
him.
on going.
but I feel like what it'd be
To
like
stadiums.
if you don't
Vegas,
get on
they be making all that money.
if you don't get on when you was a kid, it just like it kind of say you wasn't popular back then, and so it's like all like a popularity test. So if you
But
I
30
think
and you
that
ain't get
that's
on
changed.
yet, they don't really respect
Then you got to
you
be
'cause-
like 2 Chainz. Change your name,
2
start
Chainz
dressing
took the
hella
time.
young, and always pretending like you're not.
But like Jay-Z,
the age
he got
you
on
really
when
is.
he was younger. You know, most rappers that get on when they're younger, then they got a little longevity.
follow.
But if you don't get on when you're younger, then it's like, you know,
Right
I'm
now,
gonna
on the
tell y'all like
blogs,
this.
and they really tripping on
Rap-
how old Cash Doll really is.
Yeah.
And
Look,
go ahead.
rap
That's why you
is
gotta
a-
keep it a secret.
Rap
because you-
is the only form of music where you got it's 4 generations deep. You could have a grandmama who's 70 years old listening to the same song as a kid that's 3 years old, and they will both dance to the same song.
Hey, that's my song. Sit down, Grandma.
It's no other, because any other form of music that the younger generation don't fuck with it, or the older they don't see eye to eye. Hip hop is the only generation. It's a fact.
And that's
It's a fact.
because you're programmed to think that way. Once again, like I said, you got remember videos, what was it? Instagram used to be 15 seconds. And remember, and listen to this. I'm gonna give you one of these. Isms
And it went up.
again.
They gave you more time.
15 seconds because motherfuckers used to sit there and count money. And in 15 seconds, they're like, how much can I count in 15 seconds? But then it went to 30 seconds, then it went to a minute. And before they started let you doing
Some of you niggas
lives
couldn't
and
count for a
reels,
minute.
motherfuckers was I can throw 20s for 15 seconds. I can have $500 in 20s, and you'll think I got $600,000 on me. It's your attention span. It's the programming that's you given into that we've been subject to. And I even myself, I had to learn and really step outside the arena and look at this shit like, why? Like you said, the Rolling Stones, like you said, them niggas touring at 70.
They're gonna die on
And
stage.
I'm saying, and here's the thing, and if you artists, and listen to me, once again, I'm giving you some ism. The money ain't in your contract. You make your money touring,
Yep. Making
going.
appearances.
That's where you make your money at.
Yeah.
That's where you make your real money at. Your contract that you signed to a label that you probably shouldn't sign to a label anyway, independent.
Unless you
in
got
this
a whack
industry.
100 type in your pockets on everything.
Oh, that's another. Never mind. Never mind. You're right. Never mind.
And shame on these black
I'm not
execs
gonna-
in the game that's exploiting the youngsters, no different than the Jews exploited them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey,
Well,
new boss,
Hey,
same
While
as
they
the
already
old
telling them
boss.
that they gonna open up for a big artist, and then the big artists don't even show up.
But to piggyback off Shizzle said,
Yeah.
as a member of the media, as a gatekeeper, because you got the magazines, you on the radio, so a lot of cats is relying on you to break it. How do you break that champagne 15-second type mentality that artists are being forced to buy into? Or do you have any responsibility to that? It is what it is.
Well, right now, just as long as they get their 1 minute 30, then their spend counts. You know.
Do you ever feel like you need to encourage artists to be more artistic?
Oh yeah, all the time. Sometimes it's a little bit not, it's not what we expect it to be. But I feel like, especially with all the platforms that we have, we play a lot of local artists. Mostly all my shows, I play only local artists because that's what it's really about. But we always do try to let the artists know at the day and age that it is right now, that first 1 minute 30 has to make an impact.
Right.
It just has to make an impact. And if it doesn't make an impact in
Attention
that
span.
130, then it's not. And the thing is also, that 1 minute 30 is also where you get your money at, because as radio people, we want to be able to play as many songs during our set as possible, right? So, and we're going to make sure that your spin counts, because as a licensed BDS station or any of those stations that are out there, just as long as your song plays on the radio for at least 1 minute 30, that
You get the
now you
stamp.
get that stamp. So that's all that really matters. So you need to make sure that song makes
And
sense.
And
that-
explain
why they
it,
just leaving
for
it
the
at
new
that.
artists.
They just
Explain
doing
to them what
130 now.
BDS
They're
is.
just leaving
So
it.
a licensed BDS station is so you got to first of all make sure that you have your you have to have all your paperwork together. You know, you want to make sure that you go and you get your music signed. Either way, you're on. Give me the name of the things.
And just for a cap, I used to, like, my boy Lafa used to work at Interscope, and people used to reach out to him and tell him how many spins they got to try to get signed. Oh man, the radio playing me like crazy. I'm getting played in this. And
won't
he can
matter.
literally pull up the BDS while they're talking and see that they've gotten no spins in those regions.
Because the radio can play your music all day, but if you don't have your BMI or your ASCAP or your IRC, so first of all, you're going to go ahead and get your BMI and your ASCAP, right? And that's great. But then what happens is that's one portion of being able to make it count. But then you also have to get your IRC, because that's when actually the actual money starts to come in. And now the dots are being connected. So as radio personalities, a lot of people, they'll send us their music all the time, but the first question that we always ask them, do you have your BMI or your ASCAP? Like, are you really out there? Because that doesn't matter how many times I play your music. Now I'm just doing, this is a hobby. Is it a hobby, or is this really where you want to make your money? And if you really want to make your money, then you need to make
Get
sure
your
that your
business.
music is protected and is taken care of, because nothing counts. You know, it's just being played just to be played, and that just keeps you local. And that's what a lot of these artists, they're having fun with the local stuff. But do you really want to get big? Do you want to end up on the billboards? That's how your numbers. You will never end up on a billboard
Unless
if
you don't have your shit right.
you got to have your stuff right.
And don't put your music on Spotify and not have these things together and get you 1 million streams and make 5 cents.
You're not gonna make nothing.
You know?
And then next thing you know, you're gonna turn around and your song is gonna be on a whole bunch of different people's mixtapes, and it's gonna be just out there, and everybody's dancing to it and going crazy to it, but you're not making no money.
And just another quick, I'll give you another ism, a gem. You got a song with a beat. You do a remix or a part 2. Use the same beat.
Yeah.
Because monetarily wise, for its spins, that beat, if your paperwork is right, it counts all to one.
It's another stream of income.
But you want to make sure that if you're buying those beats from YouTube, like there's a lot of people out here, a
Get
lot of
your
artists,
paperwork right.
they do YouTube. You have to YouTube when you buy your beat from YouTube, they will let you buy the beat, right? Now it's up to you as an artist, once you actually do something with it, to contact that person and let them know, hey, I did something with it. Can you take it down? Because what happens is if you don't do that, no matter what, they're selling their beats on YouTube.
Tell
They
them
can
what
sell it
happened
to-
with Lil Nas X.
You keep on, you have your music out there, next thing you know it, somebody else got the same beat, and now you sit up there trying to battle whose beat really is it, because you
He
didn't do
leased the beat.
Yeah, then that's what they're doing, because you didn't call the person and say, this is my beat now. This is my beat.
That song went damn near diamond but they did not really actually have rights to it. They leased it for like $30, and the real person came calling, and all the publishing and everything like that went, and that's why, despite having this massive hit, Lil Nas X then had to turn around and do the most
Be an industry
ridiculous
hoe.
antics and possibly get paid, because the shit people thought he got rich on,
He didn't.
he made nothing.
He had to be an industry hoe.
Because those YouTube beats, they great, but and it's not their fault. So you cannot blame the YouTube person or that person for your beat being on another track and another track. It's your fault.
I just actually recently accidentally put up a trailer, and an artist gave me some music, and I put that in there, and then I got that copyright, and then it said, then I got this email from YouTube. We're gonna let you go ahead on and play that, but this other person is gonna monetize it. So
ads
now,
for your shit.
all through my trailer,
got
there's
ads.
all these ads and stuff like that that some other joker is getting paid for. And as a vet, I shouldn't have made that mistake, but I trusted in the artist. I thought they was professional. So when they said Blood, I thought they had they shit together.
I feel like nowadays, though, it's a disconnect from artists and what major labels is doing for artists. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like a glass ceiling. Most of the artists y'all hearing are signed to major deals. Most of the artists that you don't hear are not signed to major deals. Because once you sign a major deal, they're going to put funding behind you. They're going to do the advertisement. They're going to buy the billboards. So when you're not a signed artist, you got to pay for all the stuff yourself. You know, if you want a billboard, you got to pay for it yourself. You want some flyers, you got to pay for it yourself.
But if you're an unsigned artist, what I would suggest to you, you don't have to pay for it yourself. The best thing to do is get you some sponsors. First and foremost is find you a dope DJ that you absolutely love. That's your first sponsor. Then find you a club like the club that you go to the most, where you just know that that's what it is. Whoever that club owner is, that's your second sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Those two people right there are going to put money behind you.
Now, is this in every region?
This is everywhere. It doesn't
Because
matter.
in the Bay Area, if you ain't, like he's saying, if you ain't popular, niggas finna shit on you.
No, but it doesn't matter,
No
because
matter how
if
good
the
your
club
music is.
is,
You
you have to
gotta deal with the
understand,
politics.
it's about getting the people behind you, right? So you got to get a dope DJ behind you, and you got to get a dope club behind you, because guess what? Now they're behind you. They're going to
They'll
continue to
invest
push
in you,
you.
but not how a label's going to invest in you. A label's going to invest tens of thousands of dollars into you.
Not
You know what I'm
always.
saying?
Not
So-
always.
I think both of y'all,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
not
you
all-
gotta,
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta
y'all
be-
both right.
You
It
gotta be
depends on the
popping though.
circumstances.
If you ain't
Yeah,
popping, like
exactly.
if they don't like the
gotta have a
DJ,
buzz.
a
Yeah,
DJ's got less attention span than these TikTok youngsters.
We
A
don't.
DJ is
People
gonna
say
be
this
like,
music only listen to it for
nope,
5
he gonna
seconds.
know in the first 10 seconds
Yeah.
if he want. If
I was gonna say 8 bars.
No,
Ah,
the
you
first
right.
drop, the intro, like
Yeah,
literally, we
but-
will sit and
yeah.
listen to music when music is sent to us, and we'll listen to it as soon as I hit play, and it's done.
You
I
got
don't
15
like it.
seconds.
Yep, right there. That's
You got
the
15
dun
seconds.
dun dun. Okay, I don't like it.
But
Or
that's
I
just
like it.
why
That's it.
Did
when
you
they
miss out on
said,
any?
No.
but that's why to piggyback off what she said, that's just why in the industry, you notice with songs, you didn't at a certain time, the hook didn't start the song, because if the hook wasn't on point, it ruined your 15 seconds of somebody listening to the song to see if it was gonna go.
Yep.
You can have a banging ass hook, but I need to hear these bars first, and then we'll get into the hook. But you also had vice versa, where that hook was like, oh shit, and everything else was like, okay, I like that hook though.
That's why a lot of the artists fake it till they make it, or try to create these notorious personas or this and that, because if you already have a certain personal velocity behind you, or people are already kind of enamored with you,
Exactly.
then you can bypass people being extra scrutiny
That's
on
how-
that. So that's why you got a lot of these cats out here shooting up the town and
Doing
this
a
and that,
lot
do
of
anything they
shit.
can to make a name. So that way, when they do drop the music, people will be
Yeah,
like,
be like,
okay, dude popping.
And
Dude got
everybody
it going on.
And everybody bio say the streets been waiting.
I feel like that's what it is. Like if your song is popping already, then you bring it to somebody. Of course, they're gonna be easy to want to play it or want to spin it. But if you ain't doing numbers, then it's still like they don't.
It's politics.
It could be a good song or not. But to me, like, I do music. I've been doing music my whole life. I just rate music. You got good music, you got bad music, and you got all right music. If you just want to rate them 3 ways. So if you just have just a good, great song or whatever, and it ain't doing no views, then most people still not gonna really want to give you a chance. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you do got 1 million views and it's a good song, then people will jump behind it. People are. I think it's called social proof. Like if people see you doing
I
numbers,
never heard that. That's
you
a
can
good
call
one,
it
though.
If you pass the litmus test,
Social proof. I gotta use that.
But I'll give you one, for example, and I was just watching his interview the other day, and that's the brother Cookie Money.
yeah.
Now,
shout out to Cookie.
he even admitted on the thing that his first couple songs wasn't that good, right?
Oh yeah,
But due to how flammy he was,
for sure. He had
his
a background
name was
story.
still ringing.
Yeah.
And that allowed him to get enough time to actually develop. Now he's actually quite good.
Yeah.
He's a really good artist now, but we've seen his development. But a lot of cats, if they didn't have the persona and the jewelry and the cars and stuff that he had, wouldn't have got a listen to even grow in the game.
I feel like a
Hey,
lot
shout
of,
out my boy Cook, man.
Yeah,
Tap
Cook,
in,
man.
man. We
Cookie.
need you
Yeah.
slide through Cognac Confessionals, brother. You already know, man.
Hey,
Hit my
so
phone.
And especially why we really need to
Cook.
get him on there, because when you go to YouTube and you
I
listen
fucks
to
with
his
Cookie.
interviews and stuff like that, that is a sharp dude,
Yeah,
man.
I fucks with Cookie Money.
Yeah,
He'll
my
get to
cousin
talk about
interviewed him.
business
I
and
follow
money
him.
and this
Yeah,
and that. That
yeah.
dude is sharp. But he had well, I mean, he was already a sharp hustler, but as an artist, he had to grow. But his image and persona allowed him to be in the game long enough to grow.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like this. People buy from people that they know, like, and trust.
Right.
Once they know you, then they like you, and then they trust you. It doesn't matter what you do or how you sound like. You're in like Flynn.
You're
know
right.
what I'm saying?
You're
Like,
absolutely
it's just-
right.
it's just what it
there,
is.
There
So-
are, to piggyback off what you're saying, there's certain artists to where, and I will say, I got a love relationship with music, and I won't call it love hate. I have a love. But there are certain artists that I don't have to hear one song off the album. I'll go and just boom, automatic. I'm buying the album. I'm downloading the album. There's certain artists,
No matter what.
local, big name or whatever. There's a bunch of them. But also, I'm not.
If Jay Stalin dropped, I'm copping it immediately,
I cop
and
Jay.
then I'll listen to it.
Anybody from the dub, shout out to Beatus, shout out, rest in peace, B.I.G., shout out to Just Bang
Shout
with
out
his video he
Stylin',
just
man.
shot.
Cypress, man.
Shout out to Jay Stylin'. I fucks with Twan.
His music
It's a
never
bunch of
disappoints me.
artists that I fuck with. Shout out to Totally Insane, all my
Me and
niggas.
Beater
I
got something coming out.
yeah,
this month.
Beat it. That's
Shout
my
out to
that's
Beat
my
It. That's a
dope.
good artist, right?
Murders
Let
all
me ask you
day.
a question, Shizzle.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation where you heard a song and you said, "Ah, shit, whack," and then somebody said, "Oh no, that's Blood. He thorough. He whoopty 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 whoop, man.
And
Whoopty
do you
whoop."
know what you like?
And then you went back and listened to it, and he be like,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah, he's not
that's
too
what I
bad,"
did.
because now you know.
You heard it, yeah.
Who
Now
it
you're
is.
familiar with him, and you know that maybe the shit that he talking on is some real
Yeah.
shit.
I've
and
done
he
that.
really getting it.
But that's selective
Like a-
programming.
But it works the other way
It
too.
is-
Because I heard one song, it was by Slim Jesus. It was a little white boy, and I heard the song. I'm like, wow, this nigga, he must be talking about what he rapping about.
Right.
And then you hear it like, oh, it's a white boy, he ain't never been to jail, you don't really live that life. I'm like, oh, I don't
Now
want to
get
hear
this corny
this.
shit out of here.
This nigga lying, man. I don't want to hear this.
No,
No, but that's
posers.
happened to me. Like I'll be like, I'll listen to certain shit, shit, and then I go and box it, and then somebody get to testifying how certified this thing is. So then I go back and listen to it again. I'll be like, okay, partner with the shit.
Yeah, all
Give
the
it another
time.
chance.
like me, I love bars, personified. I just love bars. If it's a difference between a rapper and an artist, and I'm not even gonna break down what the difference is to y'all, but there is a difference. I love bars. I mean, witty,
Hey Samantha.
comeback, witty wordplay. I used to, and I'm dating myself, but even when I was in junior high, high school, bars, I call my shit flow opticals. And why I call it flow opticals? Because when I'm spitting, you close your eyes and you see what the fuck I'm talking about. You there in the movie.
Exactly.
You in the car with me while I'm going. It's flow opticals. That's my shit. Just like I'm humbly cocky. All that shit is my terms, my shit. So if you see somebody talking about flow opticals, you know where the fuck they got it from. I've been spitting this shit since '90. So, but I'm just saying, that's the pedigree that I was raised in, and the people I've been around in the music industry, and I've been around some motherfucking hard hitter rhyme spitters, and that's just what it was. Even when it was the bagging, playing the dozens, we used to do all that, and that's where my love of this shit really started from, because we all capped,
We
played
need
the
to do a
dozens,
dozen
and
shows.
bag.
We just
Oh,
need
we
to-
got. Oh
we just
yeah,
need to
yeah.
go
I'm
ham.
still.
We just need to
I
just
still got
lock
the
the
old.
doors
I
and
still
go
got the
crazy
old.
in this
Hey, I still
motherfucker.
got the old footage from the studio we had at 82nd and Mac. But I that's what we did it. We used to do it from there, because motherfuckers would be in school where it was Garfield, East Oakland, Murder Doves, Roosevelt. That's where we started this rap shit with us, because we would bag. Nigga, like, you come to class, oh, nigga, I got this rap about you. And okay. And we go, and then I go home, oh, okay, nigga, I got you.
Yeah, right, so damn.
I got you tomorrow. I got you right now.
Sure,
But
that's
I
how I
got you.
started.
That's where the shit, and it was just wordplay. I sit and I listen to a lot of today's music, and my son, like my youngest, he just turned 17 last week, and I listen to, sometimes I let him get the Bluetooth for the aux cord in the car, and when I'm taking him to his sports games and shit, because you got to let him get in his mode, and I'm like, go ahead, son, get in your mode, because I was an athlete, so I get it, and I just be like, I will kick you off my fucking car if I got to listen to another fucking song.
Hey, what song did you vibe to on the way to your sports game?
My shit?
Yeah. What really got you juiced out of whatever era it was?
I'm gonna tell you, it was the motherfuckers I grew up and knew. I was slapping Chunk. I was slapping Totally Insane. I was slapping RBL Posse. I was slapping Selski. I was slapping Short, of course. Mac Dre, Pac. I mean, just I was, but I had, I listened to. One of my favorite songs was "Who Got the Props" by
Black Moon.
Black Moon.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite songs in the 90s. And of course you got Digital Underground. You got, so
saying,
much
who
influence.
got you hyped on the way to your sports events?
Sports events, when I used to go to my baseball games, dude, I used to listen to, sometimes I would listen to music, but a lot of the times, to be honest with you, I listen to nothing.
Yeah, get to that zone.
A lot of times, I listened to nothing on the way to my games when I was in high school, going to play my baseball games. I didn't listen to anything on the bus. I just sat there, and I was just, because I just was in the zone.
For me, it was follow the leader.
Oh, yeah, Rakim.
He couldn't follow the leader long enough, so I drug him. Man, that's what I was saying.
Fat
And
boys,
we'd take somebody
I
to
grew
the
up in a
basket,
different era.
I'll take you off the dribble, and I drug him. And everybody would know.
Rakim Allah, one of the greatest rappers of all time. And I'm gonna give you some of my opinion. And I did this
Right.
post years ago. And
Ice
I'm
cream man.
gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you an ism, a bar. One of the greatest songs in hip hop was one verse, no hook. One verse, no hook. One of the greatest songs in hip hop, in my opinion.
Speak to us, man. Don't leave us hanging.
Yeah.
I just want y'all's opinion.
I'm
I posted
searching
that,
my memory
and
bank,
people
nigga.
was giving and I was like, no, that song has a hook. They was like, it's one verse, no hook.
One verse, no hook. Man, you got me, man. That was too many blunts ago. I can't.
Okay.
Rakim,
What song though?
Painful.
Okay.
There's no hook.
Cool.
One verse, no hook.
Okay.
One
Nigga,
verse.
You went back to the Stone Age, nigga. I don't know.
I just went to bars personified, which I grew up on. It's
Rakim
like,
was bars.
look,
Rakim
it's
was
like
bars.
I grew up eating Captain Crunch, Crunch Berries. I didn't eat the knockoff cereal. I grew up on the real shit.
Right.
I said one of
Yeah.
the greatest songs in hip hop was one verse, no hook.
And what did you listen to?
What do you mean? What I listen to? What did I listen to? I
We
listened
used
to
to get
Pop.
punked back in the days. Did you play any sports?
Yeah, I did. I played basketball. I ran track.
And what did you listen to on the way to the games?
MC Light.
Bars personified.
10%
Bars,
MC Light.
10% this.
Rock
Hot
and
damn
Party,
ho, here we go
Red
again.
Oh, man. Light as a rock.
Yeah.
My MC Light. I love me some MC Light. MC Light
Bars
is my person.
personified.
Let me ask you a controversial question.
Oh Lord.
And somebody told me. In fact, I had some people
ready.
call. Somebody said. I was on Facebook. I be in these Facebook arguments. And somebody said MC Light was better than Nicki Minaj, and I said, in regards to being a legend, because she was a trendsetter, then we always have to give Light her props. But if you're talking about bars, punchlines, metaphors, flow, and everything like that, Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper ever. People just don't want to give her props because of the antics and stuff and because she's new. But skill-wise, when all the things you measure MC on, bars, metaphors, flow, punchlines.
But you think she's the greatest ever?
I can't.
In your opinion, since you said you like MC
I'm
Light,
not knocking. She's bar witty.
do you
But
think there's a
I can name some underrated.
I got a
I mean,
question.
but if you're talking like bars and stuff
I can
like
go
that,
3D
Bahamadia was great.
Bahamadia, 3D Nati.
But
3D Nati
Got
got
bars.
bars.
3 in the morning song, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But some of those other MCs, like saying MC
Hey, that
Light
pretty
and the
motherfucker
Bahamadia,
said no one is
they don't have
touching
the
Nicki
vo-
Minaj.
They don't have the volume.
She's a barb though. That's why.
I got one
I'm not disagreeing with
One
you.
question. Do Nicki Minaj write her own music though?
I think she has because her
I
sister
think
is
she has.
consistent.
I think she
Like I heard her
people
mixtapes
too.
back when
I
she was
don't
in New
think-
York, and she was a beast.
Hey, right,
Yeah.
Trav.
So, if
Roxanne
Nicki Minaj
Shante is
and
the
Lil Kim did
illest
a versus-
battle rap female
Oh yeah.
bars
I
personified.
think
Because
Nicki
she
Minaj
went
is
against
better than
niggas.
Kim, but Kim,
Like it
like I
was
said,
nothing.
they legends,
Yeah.
they trendsetters.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to give them their status, but I
got
think.
to.
But if you
But-
listen to Lil Kim, she was saying wild shit, and that gave her attention. But as far as her straight, just
Foxy
But
got
Nicki
in Kim
Minaj
ass
write all
on
of her
Bang
stuff
Bang.
because I thought that they was writing for her when she first started, wasn't they?
Who?
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
I seen
Nicki
reference.
Minaj
I seen
right there,
reference
right?
tracks
Yeah.
for
You
Drake.
running that shit?
None of that shit, right?
Hey,
But here's the thing.
like Kendrick
They
Lamar
rap.
said, y'all sharing bars like somebody in a 2-man
I heard
cell.
she was writing
Yeah.
shit though too though.
But
Maybe
here's
now,
this is what I'ma
but
say.
when she first came out, she was not writing her own
I'm
stuff.
gonna be devil's
Writing
advocate.
that shit.
It's just like the conversation like
You heard
said.
Drake's reference.
You
tracks.
can't. We have.
Yeah, that's
You
why
can't.
I
You
was
can't compare Jordan to LeBron to
because Nicki
Oscar
is
Robinson
like,
Robinson
true.
to.
Nicki
It's
like
different
Steph Curry
era.
right now.
Right, and you
It's
can't compare
different era.
MC Light to Nicki. They're just
Nah.
too.
It's different
like,
eras.
That's when rap
You got
was
Queen
rap
Latifah,
when
Queen
Nicki
Latifah
Minaj
got
came
bars.
out.
So you
But
agree right now on the
today-
air that Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper?
No, I do not agree with that.
Oh, I thought that's what you was
No,
doing.
you
I-
know me
I-
not with that, but I do
I
not
know-
agree with
I have
that.
to go with
I mean, I
Roxanne
like
Shante,
Nicki. I'm not
man.
gonna
Me
say that I
either.
don't
right
like
that
her,
shit.
but she's
I'ma
not the
just say,
greatest of all time. Like, come on.
Underrated. 3D Nati
I
got
don't think she
bars.
wrote her raps. I don't think Nicki.
3D Nati got bars.
Yeah, but you can't think though. That's the dangerous slope to go.
3D
You know what I
because
mean?
she's
To
not
just-
she's
to
not
assume,
in the
'cause
lane
I heard she
of
was writing shit for people.
I heard
so
she was writing too.
I don't know.
3D
man.
Nati got
I
bars.
asked
I
When
mean,
she
but
first,
she writing that
But it's
rap?
a lot of-
Nikki
it's
got
a
bars.
lot of artists-
I'm not disagreeing.
It's a lot of
I'm
artists
not.
that I respect. Like I
I'm
know,
not
I
even
know right
saying-
now, Fab is writing shit for a lot of people.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Cuzzo.
artists don't
But
write their own
but
lyrics
some
no
of the
more.
artists
That's
that he's
reality.
writing for can
Nicki
really
got
write
bars,
though.
yeah.
So it's like niggas is
Yeah.
just like fuck it. Here go X amount of bands. I don't feel like doing the work to write. I just need a hot song and I'm done. It's a business at the end of the day.
I'ma
Like,
tell you
it don't
something.
mean
I'm
that-
not-
no, but
I'm
as
not-
an artist,
But I
you
come
got-
from an
that's
era
cheating.
where
No.
I come from an era where everything you said you had to write.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking.
I'm saying, okay.
Once again, because I might put my pen on somebody's shit
Okay, hold on.
because there might be some
Fab-
shit that. Listen,
Fab wrote a song for Snoop. So you mean to tell me
I
you
know.
don't think Snoop can rap?
I know. And
Okay.
Corrupt did too.
But
Because
that's what I'm
Pac
saying,
didn't.
though.
Because Pac didn't write every lyric that he said
That's
on
what
All
I'm
Eyes
saying.
on
So
Me.
it ain't.
Corrupt
It
wrote-
ain't. But now
Corrupt
somebody
wrote
who's solely
some-
making a living off
I
off
get it.
ghosts being written
Remember.
for, that's something else. But a
Still
nigga who
DRE.
can
But
really
you cannot
rap.
claim a person as the greatest of all time
Still
if somebody
DRE.
else is writing for him.
Tupac's not the greatest of all time.
Well, that's a
Still
whole different
DRE
category.
was written by
He's the
Jay-Z.
best of all time. Like, nobody can touch him.
Still, DRE was written
Yeah, he
by
wrote
Jay-Z.
Dre and Snoop's verse.
Yeah, he
Now,
wrote the whole
on
song.
Tupac, some people were saying that on All
He's a
Eyes on
straight
Me,
racist, no matter what.
people didn't necessarily write for him, but there was certain concepts and topics that people
That were
and certain
given.
people would say, man, if you say it like this instead of saying it like that. And in fact, that's
wasn't
what
That doesn't
DOC,
count
I
as
don't
somebody
know.
writing
that's
for
what
you.
DOC did for Snoop.
DOC
was writing.
DOC wrote a lot of shit on the Chronic.
But Snoop was saying he was writing
the early
28
Death Row
bar
shit.
verses and stuff, and DOC was like, "No, chop that down here, say this like this, turn that phrase like that." So DOC didn't necessarily write for Snoop,
He
but
just
he damn
got
sure
critiqued.
sharpened
He have
him up.
critique.
But
So
that's
I'm
not the
thinking
wrong.
Nicki Minaj
Everybody
that
needs
makes
an
it
editor.
hard
Hard to compare bars. If
That's why you
being held.
can't. There's no GOAT.
You know what I'm
Everybody's
saying?
the GOAT.
Yeah.
Everybody's the GOAT because you can't. You can't come. Look, you got Jordan.
Lady of Rage.
Basketball, you got Jordan.
Yeah, but
You got
basketball, can't
Magic.
nobody
You
shoot
got
a free throw
whatever.
for you.
But none of them
Facts.
motherfuckers got more rings than who? Bill Russell.
Oh, man.
But different eras.
Yeah, but basketball is a sport where you can't shoot a free throw for nobody.
Right, yeah,
And
you
you
got a
can't
point
play
right there.
It's
defense
your
for
skill.
I
nobody.
can't argue
You
with
know,
It's
that.
your
they
skill.
can't put money behind the song to make it
Baseball.
look like you got 1 billion views.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
You either got to
it's
put the ball in the basket or you don't.
it's all on you.
Right.
You know, even if you know, so it's like, oh, I practice with him and I practice with him. Well, that's practice.
Hey,
When it was
But the
game
only
time, you had
reason
to
I
play by
compared it
yourself.
to basketball because I said Nikki is like the Steph Curry. Like niggas is gonna really
Nikki is
appreciate.
bars. I'm not
They're gonna
knocking
appreciate
Nikki.
her
Nikki
later
go
on in
wicked.
life. You know what I'm saying? Like later
I've
on,
witnessed
like
her go
all the
wicked.
haters is gonna be like, "Oh, she was great." I know
I've
for a
witnessed her
fact
go
Nikki is
wicked.
writing some of her songs.
Shit,
I don't know about
Nikki
like
go
all
wicked.
of them for sure, but
Nikki
like
go
yeah,
wicked.
Nikki.
I'm
Nikki-
not-
She might be right.
Nikki go
Yeah.
wicked. Nikki go
But I
wicked.
hear your point. Like,
But
if
most
you-
rappers, most singers, and musicians nowadays don't write their own music,
And
especially industry.
And that
people.
makes
They
it
don't.
I'm not
hard
knocking
for
Nicki. I
some
They
think
don't
she's
like
great,
that
but I
shit.
just don't think she's. the
Nikki
greatest
goes
of all.
wicked, so I'm not
I
knocking.
said
I'm-
Roxanne Shante.
But in a way, you do.
Roxanne Shante will wrap circles around a lot
Right.
of niggas.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
She battled a lot of
Bars.
people.
And I'm
man.
talking about in the 80s.
MC Light. she
Oaktown
battled,
357. Okay, Trav.
She battled Queen Latifah. She battled.
They all-
Who's some of the men she battled?
She went against the Juice Crew.
Who
Man.
Roxanne Shante?
Yeah.
No, she was part of the Juice Crew. She went against MC Shan and them. She went against
And KRS-One
UTFO.
too. In fact,
She went
KRS-One
against KRS-One.
KRS-One came back with one of the most vicious bars of all time. Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking.
I mean, but
That
was
The
a
bridge, hey, the bridge is over.
yeah,
They should still be fighting
bars-
right now on
Nah,
site.
they good. Bars is bars. I mean, hip hop.
They might
and
be good if I'm Roxanne Shantae's brother. I'm socking KRS-One every
Nah.
time I sing.
You just be like, I'm just bars. Bars is bars. Here's the thing, and this is just my personal opinion, humble servant of the community. I ask your chair.
What's the girl that they sleep? I can't think of her name, but she always has the big hair, and then she's a little bit younger, but they sleep on her. She got bars too. I can't think. She got
She's
the
a
big.
modern artist.
She's a modern artist. She kind of like she do like kind of like the skateboard thing a little bit. Like
Sweetie?
no, not sweet.
No.
No. I can't. She's real urban, but she's also rocking shit a little
I
bit
feel
too. Like
you.
she
I
got
hear
the
you.
skateboard. She do. I can't think of her name, but a lot of people sleep on her. She's really dope. It's gonna come to me.
It's a lot of dope artists out there, and it's hard. And the thing is, and my man Simba, young Simba, shout out to young Simba got bars, and that's a male. Y'all know.
I seen his
Simba-
freestyle on the.
Simba got bars.
Man, he was a beast on that.
I'm a fan of bars, but he broke it down. He said everybody's the GOAT, and I thought about it. I was like, you know something? Because this is what happens. Remember how I said that 7 seconds, that 15 seconds, that 30 seconds, that minute that society has programmed you? We all think it got to be one. This is not fucking Outlander.
Okay, so where does Kendrick Lamar sit at for you?
Bars
Top
personified.
10. Top
Yes.
10.
Bars personified. Because even Kanye, bars personified.
But he's
You have-
lazy.
But he's lazy.
He got man, it's been damn near 5 years since that
I
man
know,
blessed
man.
us with a project.
No, but sometimes
Oh,
it be
and you
label
want to
problems,
donate?
you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it be label hold. Most times it be
We-
label hold.
and like
We don't
you
have a
said,
donation
they'll
button.
sign
I
you-
just need you to
and
continue to
sometimes
watch
they'll
the
sign
show,
you just to
man,
sit you down,
and
just to
spread
get
the
you
love.
out
I
the way.
appreciate
You
that.
You see a nigga
that
who's a
gesture.
threat, you gonna sign him, sit him down, and and get him out the way.
Him and
Bars.
J. Cole, they do not
J. Cole.
produce
got
enough
bars.
material for their talent.
Excuse me. Ooh, sorry for burping on the set. But here's the thing.
Well, NBA YoungBoy
Once
dropping
again-
an album every 6 months.
Because
Because
Crazy.
he's
because
gibberish.
Fluff And I'm not knocking the dude because I don't listen to none of the songs.
I love NBA Youngboy.
I'm not up on.
He's a
That's
fool.
my
I'm not-
favorite artist, bro.
He
I
talking about what
I
really
listened to him the
happened,
whole way over
Yes,
here.
Steve, it is.
He
I
makes you
like
wanna
I
go
like
fight
the
somebody.
NBA YoungBoy. I like the
I'm
NBA
not-
YoungBoy character.
Exactly.
And
I'm
what
not
he
up
goes
on
for
what
than
you
the
mean.
rap.
But not the
They
words that
say
come out of
Lil
his
Dog
mouth.
is the truth.
Yeah, no, he ain't
I
really
went
no
to
Not the
his-
words that
I'm
come
not-
out of his
I went
mouth,
to his
but
home
just-
city. They love that nigga.
Nah, he a
Yeah,
I
I
respect
mean,
that.
they-
I'm not.
Streets,
I'm not
yeah.
up on his music,
And that's
so I can't
fascinating to
critique
me.
him. I
Okay,
can't.
so basically he's breaking every record ever.
Yeah.
He drops
I'm
a
not.
song, the
Sorry,
next day it's
it's
10
just
million
so much
views.
But his
energy with
music
him.
is
That's just
mediocre
like-
to me.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not.
the
It's
outlaw,
just
but the
energy.
outlaw
Everything.
life he lived
Right.
is kind of
Everything
fascinating.
Because he
drops
really
a million,
talking
10
about like
million
his
views.
real life though, for real. Like
It's-
he ain't
it's-
really like
He's breaking
on that-
records. He
on
was the
that
most
candy
played
shit,
on
like-
YouTube last year out of everything.
So when it
That's
comes to
respect.
realness
I
as an
respect that.
artist, and I guess
But I'm
NBA
not-
YoungBoy is one of the realest.
I'm not
Videos,
on
movies,
music is
songs. He beat
Yeah.
everybody out.
And like I said,
He
I'm
beat
not
Drake.
up. I'm not up on his catalog. So
Yeah.
just I'd
Don't.
be a
It'll
hypocrite
make your ears bleed.
if
He's
I
the kid's
sat.
favorite.
No,
Yeah,
I'd be a
kids rule the
hypocrite
world.
Make you do like
if
that.
I critiqued his shit. I can't because I'm not up on it.
But kids rule the
But-
world. You got to realize that. Like nowadays, it's a kid
if you
world.
put out here's the thing, and Master P, when he was in the Bay, where all the great shit really happens, where everybody
Talk to him.
borrows something from.
Talk to him.
You'll get this ism at 3 in the morning. Every influence of any type of musical genre nowadays got some shit from us. But I'm just saying, Master P gave motherfuckers
Hey, Kiera.
the golden ticket. The what was the movie? You a James? How you doing? James.
She's actually
family.
a pal.
Anyway, that's your. She married. Anyway, welcome to the James family.
My daughter.
I know what's happening, but Master P gave motherfuckers the gumbo years ago, but he got the ism from the Bay. Because remember, Master P put out albums, everything. If I flood the market, if I saturate the market, this shout out, rest in peace to Cuzzo Biaggi. The selfish
Rest in
beanie
peace,
right
Biaggi.
now, all day. You know what I'm saying? That's my cousin, blood family, real deal. But here's the thing: if this beanie was white, and then I'm just giving y'all the ism, I'm gonna give it to you real quick. If this beanie was white when it started, and everything I flood the market with was green, and now it's green, I flood the market. You ain't gotta like it, but I flood the market. Now I got a green beanie. He gave y'all the ism. He gave y'all the blueprint. No Jay-Z shots with that, but he gave the world the ism. Cause he put out motherfuckers putting out albums every 7, 8 days, 9 days.
Yeah, he dropped songs.
They was dropping albums.
But you got two different kind of artists.
They don't
'cause
drop albums no more though.
You got
That's
he
not
do.
an album thing.
It's not a real
It's
work.
mixtapes.
It's singles
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But
Right.
you got artists that like J. Cole and that don't drop that much. They're still
I'm
just
a
as
methodical
famous.
artist.
But-
I couldn't drop content like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I think about what I want to say, and I really
With
want to
him,
get
it's like-
wicked with my wordplay.
if you're gonna do 10 million views on YouTube, you getting 3,000, 8 million views. He making 30,000 a song just on YouTube, not Apple Music or Spotify or anything else.
That's game.
Then that's what he gonna do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if they like it. I'm gonna love it
It's
if
a
I'm
good
getting
lane.
paid for
It's a
it.
good lane to keep the label out your pocket too.
Right.
For sure, yeah, he's making plenty money.
That's
And
what I said. Touring is where you get your real money, but like you said,
YouTube is virtual touring.
for sure.
Exactly. And in today's industry, we can't compare. It's like comparing apples to oranges.
Can't compare.
The music industry. You compare
Because-
the artists that we grew up on and the shit they had to do in the struggle to today. Because I can make a fucking video after we finish this podcast, and the shit can go viral by 8:30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I got hella subscribers. Where back in the day, I had to come to you as a DJ. Please listen to my. Remember EPMD. Please listen to my demo.
Man.
And
That-
if it
that-
wasn't bagging in the
that
first 6
work
seconds, you
ethic
turn it off.
Was in.
Yeah.
So it's
First 10
completely
seconds,
different.
I'm telling you, it's over.
And I got a
And
I got
then
a
also
question.
the problem is the artists,
Yes.
they don't know how to send their music because a lot of times now everybody keeps sending. They send these links as if you really want to get your music played, you need to send everything up front. You need to send your clean one, your uncut one. You need to you need to send it all up front and as an MP3. Don't send no links because I'm not gonna take the time to convert it for you. Like I'm not gonna go and look at your link and wait for it to load and. Nope, sorry.
Do you ever run across artists where you be like, you know what, they kind of talented. Let me give them a hand. Or do you insist on them being professional?
Oh, no, I help a lot of artists. A lot of artists. When I see that they're good, like if I see them up on the stage and they doing their thing, or if I hear a song, I am really big
so if
on
you get
helping
exposed
artists.
to them and you see the talent there, I'm
gonna go crazy for them. We're gonna play their music. And then I even always message them and tell them like, oh, you should change this up. I even, give them little tips on how they perform. I'll even send them like when I know about different opportunities, like, well, this you're not gonna be able to do, but you should do this because this is a good leg up for you to try to get to the next point that you need to get to. But I love local artists. I'm all here for local artists. Like if you are a local artist and you ready to work, what I don't like is lazy artists. Even if you're not that great, just as long as if I see that you got the work ethic and you want to keep showing back up, then guess what? I will take the time to try to figure out, look, let's just switch up this a little bit and try to get you here or try to get you there.
It's just like sports. What they said is, and which I learned as a youngster, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And I got a question for the audience. Anthony says, how do you feel about, and this is to everybody on the panel, how do you feel about local Bay Area scene as far as new artists?
A lot of them, as an older dude, a lot of it don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because man, I'm just hearing just a bunch of. It's just a bunch of pimps and shit on the microphone and
everybody about the pimp.
But
pushing P.
But the artists though that are a little bit more established, like say like the Livewire type artists, 40 and them like that, they seem to always still come through for me. So I don't know if that's just my age and that's what I'm comfortable with. But out of the newer dudes, I'm hearing more dudes like from SAC and places like that that I'm fucking with.
Hurts.
You know what I'm saying?
That hurts.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. Yeah. There is a lot of
almost empty.
A lot of cats here though. A lot of young cats in the Bay though. They got so much of a struggle to be heard that I know that they really, for them to really be pursuing this, I know they really about their artistry.
Right.
Because man, if they didn't have love for it, they probably would have been quit. Because there's all kinds of barriers. Because Camiel don't fuck with them properly. Even the Bay Area fans, if so and so or such and such don't say this the next nigga, then niggas don't get the proper.
I'll tell you this: if you are a local artist and you are chimed in right now, and if you got your music and you really want to work, I have so many different platforms that I would love to be able to help put you on. A lot of times, what happens with these local artists is maybe it's not working in your city. Go to another city. At the end of the day, what happens is a lot of times they get, this is why local artists don't grow, is because they get stuck. They think this is the place that they got to be first before they do it. Sometimes you got to take a chance on yourself and start sending that music out to other people. I'm going to give you guys a little kudo. What you guys need to do as local artists, first of all, you need to get a list of all the DJs, every single DJ that you can possibly think of, and make them a drop and attach your music to it. Yo, this is such and such. I'm rocking with DJ this. And just send it to them. Send it to every last one of them. Guess why? Because DJ likes to hear their music. They like to hear their name. Radio personalities, we like to hear our names. We want you to shout us out. So if you attach your song to that little drop right there, guess what? Even if it's not the best, we still gonna play that drop. And your name is still gonna get out there. That's like a free way to be able to get yourself out there as fast as possible to get them to even pay attention to you. Because now you've done something that a lot of the artists are not really working on. So finding I'm serious. Like take one day.
Is there a resource that an artist can go to find these people?
The DJs? That's your work. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's your work. Like that's your work. If you're really serious about what you're doing, then you should know the DJs that's in your community.
But there go that balance. Because a lot of these cats gotta survive. You gotta survive. You gotta hustle. You gotta work,
and you gotta want it. You want it, and if you want it, you should know. You should know if you're an artist for real in real life. If you're an artist and you don't know 10 DJ names and 5 radio personality names that you can go ahead and do a drop right now for them, then you're not a real artist because you're really not out there trying to work for real. You just want it to be handed to you.
Well,
and that's the big difference.
Region, though, I could think of, like me myself, I can think of about 10 DJs, and I know from my life of being here in the Bay, each one of them is gonna shit on a new nigga that's trying to reach out to them without fail.
Okay, so and if that's the case,
they do be
and
some
if that's how you
It's tough.
feel, then that's why you got to tell yourself, let me find the
said,
DJs
find
in a
somebody-
different place. Like
She
at the end of
said
the
that.
day, I have to be honest with you. I did start my magazine in LA, right? But then it was like I had a stale moment. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what's gonna happen next? What am I supposed to do? So I picked up and moved to Chicago. I moved to Chicago with nothing. I moved to Chicago with a suitcase and $20, and was like, let me figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I
That's
wanted
a fact.
something. I wanted something different. I needed
that's
to
it,
uproot
just a
myself.
fact.
You know, basically.
blunt.
But I wanted something different, and then now look, 3 years later, I'm
You
on
doing it.
the 3rd largest market in the world. You know what I'm saying? So
heard
sometimes
her?
you gotta try to take yourself out of the situation and put yourself in another situation. So I'm offering to artists that are tuned in, like, send me your music, and let's see what we can do. Whether you get a spotlight in the magazine, whether we get you some music played on one of my stations or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you have to want it. And if you're lazy, and if I go to your page and it's just like a whole bunch of nonsense, then that's not it. But, you know, you got to really want it.
I remember one time there was this radio promoter out in LA named Fuzzy. And Fuzzy, rest in peace. But Fuzzy was Big Boy's cousin.
Oh, okay.
So he had a lot of access. And for $800, he walked this artist through the door to 92.3 The Beat. So now we in the building. Everybody sitting down listening, and one dude said, man, I really like the music, man. But, man, we can't play it, man, if Camille ain't playing it. So you can get Camille to play it,
You get
and
the
then we
back
put you in
door. That's the
rotation.
back door bullshit.
And then dude was like, and we were sitting there like,
After you pay
Camille won't even let us in the door. Like, we can't even get in the door at Camille. And he's like, well, it's right across the water from you. And it's like, yeah, man, and they got security
you got to deal with
with a
politics.
picture of me, you know, out front. But what it did end up happening was there was a dude named Theo. Theo Mitsuhari is a Japanese dude, but he originally started at Camille. He started spinning the song. And when he started spinning the song, later on, Clear Channel came and was like, okay, this ain't even getting played in the region, had to take it. But they did end up giving us some spins. But that was one of the things. They was like, oh, you ain't even popping where you from.
Exactly.
So why should we jump
Yeah,
on it?
exactly.
Well, it's not about that. At the end of the day, sometimes you got to pop outside of town. The thing is, the people
I'm
in a
with
different
you.
city love you more than your own city.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. At the end of the day, people get excited about somebody new coming to town. For some odd reason, they get excited. And you just have to do what makes sense to you. Like, you have to reach out to other things.
With your knowledge, are you ready to start giving guidance to these people?
Oh, yeah, I do
Embrace it?
workshops.
She said reach
Yeah,
out.
I do workshops. Like, I can help artists
That's
be able
what
to
we
take their
get.
edit their music. Like, I edit music and all that different type of stuff. And if you really want it, like, that's the whole thing. I don't mind helping out. I don't mind giving tips. I don't mind pointing you in the right direction. I don't mind saying, hey, this is what you need to do. Even small packages. And it may seem like, okay, well, why would I want my music played all the way out in Chicago? But you never know what that will do. Chicago is the 3rd largest market in the world when it comes
New York,
to
LA,
radio.
Chicago.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Look at Gucci Mane, because at one point there was only 2 places that played Gucci Mane: the Bay
His
Area
living room.
and Atlanta.
And here.
And in fact, Atlanta cats used to be like, "Man, they slapped Gucci Mane." It was like this when he had that song, "If you fuck with them, you fuck with me."
Yeah,
Big
that
Cat,
was
Little
the
Player.
song, yeah.
Big on the thing. We was on it.
On it.
The rest of America wasn't. Only Atlanta was on that. But he
You got
eventually,
But the Bay Area nigga
eventually
made his
grew.
beat, though.
because
Well,
Frisco nigga made that beat.
and,
Oh, for real?
And
Yeah, what's
that I
his name
didn't
made
know.
that beat? What's his name? I forgot.
now that I didn't know,
Zaytoven.
because
Zaytoven
we
made-
was on it.
Zaytoven
But
made
the rest
all
of
his beats.
America
Zaytoven
wasn't.
really from Frisco.
But here's the
Gucci Mane
thing.
only had 2 regions.
here's the thing, and to piggyback off what you said, it's just like with a lot of things. You got to go outside your comfort zone to really. People in
now
your,
how they do that
in
without
your
bread?
that's probably flies at the door.
There's no such thing
Lock
as it.
yourself
The
out.
thing is, what
But-
happens with your feet is when you start
We'll go get it.
walking, one foot
because
goes.
you feel in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So I can sit at home and think, oh man, my people gonna do this and that. But if you go and put your shit, your music, artistry, and not even just break it down, just music. You can be an artist, whether drawing, acting, whatever. You got to go outside your comfort zone to allow yourself to be seen, heard, and felt by people outside. The people you can see, you can bump into at your Safeway while you going to go grab some of this meat you're going to cook this weekend. And that's just some ism, once again, that you'll get at 3 in the morning. I'm just telling you, and that's just real life experience.
Yeah.
You got to, because everybody that's in your 50-mile radius, and that's being generous. I'm being generous when I say 50-mile radius, because a lot of people don't have a 50-mile radius of people that fuck with them.
True.
Right.
Not at all.
But when you go outside of that 50-mile radius to another area, to where you don't have that comfort zone of shit. I can go. Damn. You know something? I ain't got nothing to cook. I'm finna go down the street to Auntie's. Because I know Auntie cook on Saturday. You feel me? And this is business, everything. Once again, I'm just giving you some real shit. Once you go outside your comfort zone to where it's all on you. Because 8 Ball had a song back in the 90s called "It's All on Me."
Yeah, put somebody in a bad situation. They gonna figure it out.
It's all on me. When it's all on you for real, I can't be like, damn, I ain't got no food. Ma, uncle, auntie, cousin, that live 9 blocks, a city and a half away. When you go and put yourself in a situation where all you have is you, don't get me wrong, you can have family, but instant is you thrive.
Yep.
Because that inner
Animal
hustler,
come out.
right? That wolf,
Yo, back against the wall.
right?
It's fight or flight.
Sink
That
or swim.
wolf.
You got fight or flight. When it's time to go or sink,
Thank you.
And I'm
That
gonna
wolf
throw
you
y'all
gotta
some
feed.
game. In the Bay Area, he said 50-mile radius, but let me tell you something.
I give you 7.
Rent you a van on a Friday,
Mhm.
and you and the crew drive up to Seattle,
And watch how much love you get.
and you're gonna get it literally.
I've witnessed this.
Walk through the club, shake hands with the DJs, walk through the mall, just walk up to random people and start telling them who you is, and trust me, you will go over there on 23rd and
Network.
Jackson, which is the only black hood in Seattle, and they're gonna fuck with you. But don't be fooled, because in places like Seattle, the white boys gonna fuck with you just as hard or harder.
Yep.
And on your way back, you stop in Portland, and you do that type of stuff, and you do that shit 2-3 times, and next thing you know, you're gonna be booking shows up in Portland, Seattle, and even places that you probably never heard of, like Spokane and stuff
Ohio.
like that. And they're gonna, because one thing about this Bay shit, a lot of Bay artists that you see eating, Seattle and Kansas City is the places where they started eating first. And don't get fooled by that Mac Dre shit. That was just a particular hater. They love this Bay shit out there in Kansas City. They love it in Seattle.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Bay is the influencer in hip hop.
All facts, not fiction.
We are the influencer. And I'm not dissing New York, SoCal, South, and none. I am not at all by any means, because I'm an equal opportunity nigga. And that means I'm a new.
And what you say when the haters say, "Oh,
athlete."
Atlanta is the influence."
Nuh-uh, real talk.
Nah,
Anybody that when you
it's
are
not
from the
the
Bay, and you go to any
housewives of
state or anywhere, they
motherfucking-
treat
We
you
built
so
the Atlanta
different.
scene.
Exactly, because when Short moved to Atlanta, it changed y'all life.
Everything.
But once again, and I'm not knocking, because y'all galvanized it and y'all ran with it and did what y'all did. I salute and respect it all day. So don't twist my words, because I say what the fuck I feel and I say what I mean, and I mean what the fuck I say. But the Bay is the influencer on so much in the culture.
Why do
We
you
don't
think
get
that
the
is?
props because we are, and we're gonna end this in a sec, but the Bay is the influence because our culture, our grit, our grind, our compassion.
The realness.
I kind of feel a couple
It's
different ways though. Like, I feel like originally the Bay was.
Hey, Anthony said besides G-Eazy.
I feel like originally, like a lot of people copied the Bay, but as of most of the youngsters, they starting to emulate a lot of the other cities.
Detroit.
They like a lot of Oakland niggas. They want to be like Chicago, to where they start emulating like hand gang banging. They want to be like LA.
Everybody want to have hella letters in their
with
name.
the numbers and so
We used to influence Detroit. Now cats are sounding like Detroit.
What
Exactly.
happens?
So
It's a twist of us.
It kind of fell off with it, like, you know what I'm saying?
I can feel you.
Like you said, like when he named the songs about all the people getting shot in the songs. Like now, a lot of these youngsters, Oakland, they want to do that. Like I heard a song the other day, you know, it was about, you know, a local gang member where he dissed like 5 dead niggas that got murdered in Oakland. You know, one of them was my partner brother.
And that's
my
not
partner
cool.
called me like, man, they just made a song about my brother, bro. I'm hella mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, first thing I thought, like, man, that's that, you know, Chicago shit.
Yeah,
That was
dissing
the
the
first-
dead ops.
Exactly. That was the first city they really got that from. You smoking on somebody, they named that. It's like you shot somebody. Oh, we smoking this name of weed. And they named it after the person they shot. You know, so now these little niggas, they don't want to be like Oakland niggas no more. They want to be like Chicago niggas. They want to be
And
like
I ain't gonna
Detroit
even
niggas.
like name
They
no
wanna be
names
like
for the
LA
glory,
niggas.
but like a
We
nigga
ain't
just
never gonna
posted
shut
like
them out.
his
Yeah.
nigga who he killed or his crew, whatever. That's
Drill
his
rap,
album
right.
cover. You feel me? Like
sure,
he
for
gonna put
sure.
make him as the album
sure,
cover.
gotta
Yeah.
be bullshit.
No, I kid you not. I'm not
serious?
gonna. I'm not
I
gonna
be
say
heavy
names
into the
because I don't
politics,
promote
bro,
that.
because
that
from,
kind
but
of
What
stuff.
happens?
Exactly.
Because this is what happens.
That's his album cover.
And-
his fucking
What?
the
Yeah.
dead ops.
Man, they doing all type
Yeah.
of crazy
Here's
stuff
the
You
thing.
out
think
here,
the
bro.
fans ain't
because
watching, my nigga?
because
like,
thi-
for real.
once again, remember what I said earlier? 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Now you got a minute. That's what we've been programmed to see, react on, and respond to.
For sure. So you trying
And
Well, I'm
if
changing the media
if that
narrative.
that 7,
That's what I'm
15,
doing.
30, 60 seconds, that because them endorphins, that's what you go off of. I'm feeling, and now remember, because you got reels, lives. What is it? TikTok. All these little different.
Snapchat, everything.
All these little different.
Trailer.
If I need you to pay attention for a small window, that's what we get into. Because if I can give you the news, if I can give you the 6 o'clock news in 30 seconds, and 1 million people tune in, why would you watch the 6 o'clock news that's on for 45 minutes with commercials?
Right.
You
It's
gonna
just
watch
like
me?
now. You watch sports highlights if you want to watch sports.
You gonna
highlights,
watch me?
You gonna just
feel me?
show me. I don't want to hear.
If
no
I can
talk.
cram it
Just
in-
Download the app.
Yeah.
Sum it up right quick. Yeah.
If I can cram it in,
shit.
you good.
Party foul.
Nah, she ain't spilling
caught
nothing.
it.
She got that.
So good.
That's a win.
But if that's
Okay.
that's the society we live in, and it's on the elder statesmen to correct that uneven flow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of correcting right now, man.
You know,
Thank you.
and so, I mean, we've been rattling for a minute, and
For a good minute.
that's what we
I didn't
did.
get a
We
chance
went
to
for
comment
two.
on her statement because I got locked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We finna.
But it's crazy because, like, real quick before you go,
Yeah.
I will say, like, y'all was right about that. Like, it's funny how, for me, like, I don't really even try to market to people I know because they don't really, like, no disrespect, niggas is probably a few of y'all watching, but niggas don't really believe in me in general. It's the people that I don't know
I guess that go
Exactly.
hard for you.
that go hard for me. It's the
Exactly.
people it's the fans that I got in other countries. It's the beat makers that I got in other countries. That's like,
followers in
yo,
different countries,
but
and
the
I'm
nigga around the
amazed.
corner is like, nah, that's just real, bro. Like, he ain't nothing. Like, he
Yeah.
ain't.
What happens
They're gonna
is
treat you regular.
Right.
because what happens is that once again, I gave you the ism. That's 7, 15, 30. And also people who you grew up around, and this is not saying everybody, they know you and they have a self-proclaimed image of the level they think you should aspire to.
Exactly.
And if you go beyond that, they're like,
Right.
and that's some ingrown hating shit. And we need to get beyond that. But
Sure.
that's the first key.
That's real, but I feel like it is a lot of more attention coming to a lot of younger Bay Area artists, though. It's a lot of people that's really blowing up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, I know a lot of underground artists that's doing 1 million views every time they drop a
And
song.
it's a
million
different
views.
game.
You know, so it is a lot. And even from like besides Oakland, You got Antioch niggas, you got Vallejo people, you got Sacramento, you got Frisco, you got every other city that got top artists too. You know,
You just got to get your marketing and your branding game up. You have to know the difference between marketing and branding, and if you know the difference between the two of those, then you are gonna win no matter what. At the end of the day, this business, no matter what anybody says, is first how you look. You know, it's a business. Yeah, it's a business, and they want to look at first how you look. After they look at how you look, then it's who you know.
Right.
Then after who you know, then your talent becomes a factor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they have to you know what I'm saying? Because if they like how you look, you win. Then if you know the right people, oh my God, that's what makes it better, right?
Yeah.
And if you have
that's
talent,
whipped cream on top of
now
the
we really want to work. So
no, I mean, all facts. And Stockton rappers are pushing a hard line right now.
Oh yeah, Stockton going crazy.
Hey, shout out to Stockton.
that's because everybody moved there.
The card,
That's why.
It ain't just Oakland no more. It's just
Everybody moved to
really
Central
the
Valley.
beef in Oakland right now is like kind of making it harder to be a rapper.
Fresno gonna be in the mix.
Yeah,
For sure.
everybody cranking. I mean, the thing is, because the struggle is real and the struggle is apparent
They got rappers
and
from Antioch going
and prevalent
crazy.
in every
Really?
community. So what happens is the places where we would think, and this is just us being, and I'm being honest with y'all, our ignorance of other people, other areas struggles when we come from, because I'm from Oakland, East Oakland, murder dubs all day. And there was a time where I thought of different areas where I was like, oh, they ain't cranking, they ain't got this.
Yeah.
But as I matured as a man and knowledge of life and what goes on in the world, I was like, wait a minute. The shit that happens in my radius, and I grew up in different cities in the Bay, and I actually lived on the East Coast for a year too. So I got a whole different perspective on some shit. And that's just through the grace of God, the Almighty Woman. She blessed me. And won't she do it? And not he. I don't fuck with Caesar Borgia. But when we limit our thought process, we limit the growth outcome.
Yep.
And a lot of us, whether you acknowledge it or not, you do it. Because we can have those different cities. We like, oh, that's the. I remember when we considered, and I'm from, like I said, Oakland. I remember when we considered Hayward the country.
Yeah, y'all living in Hayward people.
And Fremont, that was the country. We was like,
And it felt like it took hella long to get there.
to get acknowledged, to get accepted.
Way out.
But I'm just being honest.
Where we going?
But
More connected. now.
shit that happened down there, it happened. Remember, a lot of people that know me know. I grew up in Oakland and Menlo Park and East Palo Alto.
I mean, it's
I had the trifecta. I had the trifecta. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it in the buck with y'all. They know. And I went to schools in both. Because mom was from one, pops from the other. I mingled, went back and forth and all that. I got dual citizenship.
I
And
think I
know
lived
some
in
motherfuckers and do some shit.
Vallejo, I went to Dan Mini. Berkeley, I went to Longfellow. Hayward went to Tennyson, then switched over to Union Logan, and then San Jose I went to Independence High.
Okay. And I was born in Frisco.
I only lived in Oakland. I only lived on 9-8.
Really?
I'm like the man over there. I ain't never lived nowhere else. I'm East Oakland. Like, it's
I lived on
crazy.
8 for a little while.
I'm famous over there. Like I own my house. I've been there for all my life. Like so it's like it's different. Like ooh.
So before we head out, tell everybody what y'all got going on in the future, where they can find you, what you got going. Because like I said, it's about y'all.
All right,
So what
you know, 9-8 Twine, man. I'll make sure y'all check me out. I'm on all platforms. 9-8 TWAN, no space. On March 17th, I'm dropping the intro video song. On the 1st of April, I'm dropping again. I got a mixtape coming out called Heart of the Hood. Y'all make sure y'all check me out. If y'all ever want to come see me in real life, I'm on 98 for 8 days. No, I'm playing.
He not playing.
Hey, shout out my mans, though. Shout out to everybody here, man. Bless God, man, you know. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity.
That's right. So you guys can you can find me on all social media platforms. I am that girl Olivia on Instagram. I'm that girl Olivia _CA because I'm from Cali, baby. You better know it. You can catch me Monday through Friday on the morning jump off 9 to 12, and then 2 to 6 on 107.3, and on Sundays 106.3 FM, which is an FM station in Chicago. Also, I'm having my launch party on March 21st. I would love for all of you guys, yes, you too, come out, participate, be a part of the event. It's going to be a dope event. We're launching it. Some of the Chicago family is coming out to be a part of the event as well. So it's going to be super dope. So the spring issue is launching March 21st. The summer issue launches June 21st in Atlanta. The fall issue launches September 21st in New York. And then we back in Chicago for a big award show. We're going to do a BET style. It's going to be super dope. So if you're an artist, if you're a business, if you're a model, we highlight music, fashion, health, and politics. And when I talk about politics, it's not necessarily like the Democrat versus a Republican, but it's the fact that right now we're sitting here politicking. You know what I'm saying? The food that you choose to eat when you choose to eat it is just politics. The clothes that you decide to wear when you decide to wear it is politics. The music you listen to when you listen to it, it's politics. At the end of the day, it's all politics, because if it wasn't, we'd walk around naked and we'd all eat ham. You know what I'm saying?
Some of us walk around
But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, that's what the magazine is all about, and I would love to be able to get everybody in there, get in tune with me in real life. I want to be a part of making everybody grow. That's what it's really about. So if I can help you, then we got you. There's plenty of opportunity. I mean, right now, if you want to do 30-second, 60-second plugs on Dilla TV, we got $25 and $50 packages, like super cheap. At the end of the day, we're not trying to gouge artists, and I am here to help the local artists. All the people that I work out. Shout out to Fredibles Edibles. That's my edibles. Oh my God, the best edibles that you could ever have.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you.
She got, oh my God, she got the s'mores on deck. That's ridiculous.
So, Fredible Edibles. Hey, on IG, I'm Cognac _Confessionals.
She got it.
IG, yeah. We're gonna link.
She could do green. She could do chicken wings.
Holler.
She could do, yes.
We gonna holler.
Shout out to that
Something.
pretty MFer. That's my artist. She got the song "Get It Bussin'." You guys
we
go
gotta
check
get
it.
her on the show.
Yeah, you guys definitely.
Bring her down.
And then shout out to Shy Blizz. That's my co-host
Shy
on
Blizz.
all of my shows. Like, he's a
Shy,
legend
we
in
gonna get him
Chicago.
out here.
Oh, he'll be here for the launch party. So
I'm gonna make, if my son don't have a baseball game, I gotta double check, but you already know I'm
it's
there.
at 7 o'clock. It's at 7 o'clock. Come get
I'm
some
there.
interviews. Come be a part of the festivities. I'm
I'm
gonna roll
fucking
out the
with
red carpet, and I would love for you guys to be there.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm with it.
It's at the district. So, of course, if you guys need your vaccination cards, figure that out.
I got my shit.
They only look at
I ain't want to get
They'll
it, but
take
I
a
got
picture
it.
on your phone, so don't worry about all that. But at the end of the day,
We
come
good.
out and be a part of the activities.
Don't be sneezing and coughing on motherfuckers. Camo, tell them where they can find you at.
As usual, it's your boy Camouflage, man. Follow me on the gram, KAMMAFLAGE, man. I always tell y'all how to spell it because I can't copyright the other Camouflage. So y'all follow me.
And where they can find you at
Cognac
too with the Drip Money
Confessionals and our brother affiliate show,
tomorrow.
the Drip Money Show.
The Drip
tomorrow
Money
at 6
Show
o'clock.
tomorrow.
The Drip Money Show. Y'all tune in.
See, hey, y'all know me, man.
Shout out
I'm
Donnie
town
Fresh.
business. Donnie Fresh, man. Hey, remember back in the day when you had wrestling, you had NWA, WWF, AWA, and nobody acknowledged the other champions. No, Hulk Hogan was WWF, Ric Flair was NWA, and Stan Hansen was AWA, and they never talked about each other. I talk about everybody, and it's good because why? Because everybody is welcome to the table. I want everybody to be able to come through and say what's up. I shout out everybody. I don't got a hating bone in my body because that's what we do. And I salute and want everybody to win and do what they doing because, hey, if you surpass me, you were supposed to surpass me. And I don't care personally. I just want to see you win because as long as we all eating, you ain't trying to eat off my plate.
Straight up.
You'll get that at 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, I wanna give a special shout out and love to everybody that tuned in. All y'all that tuned in for the first time. Thank you. Pharaoh, you can find Pharaoh at he just walked off,
He had to run
but
to the
Pharaoh
airport,
Films, everywhere on all social medias, Pharaoh Films. We just had our premiere of our movie with Ram. My Sister's Keeper Stronghawk at the premiere at Grand Lake Theater. We still filming. We still in production of Love and Aliens. Yeah, your boy in that thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying. I bring the gray beard out. Ooh, ask your chick. She on it. Hey, yeah. But seriously, I just want to say humbly, not the cocky part, because I'm both. But thank you for everybody tuning in. I really want to thank you all. Fredible Edibles, I'm gonna hit y'all up. That pretty motherfucker. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, you gotta want to hear her music. She got a lot of good music.
I'm gonna get y'all information. I'm a really humble dude, and I'm really about just spreading love, knowledge, and this platform. We can work it to where you get here and be on the platform. I'm with it. There's no yellow, red tape, green tape, nothing you got to go through. We make it happen. We can make it happen. As y'all know, we do this shit live. I don't shoot this shit and then put it out here. So you see what we do it when we do it. We went for 2+, and usually I go for an hour, but a couple of times I go for 2. Why? Because I do it for you. Why? Because it's all about you. And if it ain't for me, it's for you. Ooh, these bars.
Get it at 3 in the morning.
You'll get that at 3 in the morning. But nah, seriously though, I humbly thank you all for tuning in, because it's a Friday and you can do anything in the world, but you chose here to sit and tune in with your boy, and I humbly, seriously, gracefully appreciate and respect that, because thank you. And next week, I ain't gonna tell you who I got next week. It's just to be a surprise.
Yeah,
We'll do what
tune in,
we do.
tap in.
Tune in and check us out on YouTube at Cognac Confessionals. I got some of the older shows. Tune in to the Facebook page, Cognac Confessionals. If y'all didn't know me personally, y'all already know what's up my personal page. If y'all that don't know me, y'all gotta message me on the Cognac Confessionals page and we'll work something out. But as usual, now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends.